are live. Welcome back to another episode of Check It Up Podcast. Yeah. EJ, take it away.
Hey, welcome to the Check It Up Podcast. I know it's been a couple of weeks, and we are back.
Yeah.
And we are back brand fresh and new with some new insight. And man, it's been a lot going on lately.
A lot.
I mean, not that much.
It's enough. 2 weeks is a lot of time when it comes to the NFL season right now. And we are talking about the week 14.
There we go.
So thank you for joining us again for the Check It Up Podcast.
Check it up.
We are here with my man Shard.
Yeah, hard to be RB. I'm in the building.
And Beast.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I am EJ. And we are excited to be back. Sorry for the scheduling conflict.
You know what I'm saying?
But as Shard would say, it was these dudes that was available.
Hey, listen.
Oh man.
Listen.
Life call.
The best ability is availability. You know what I'm saying? But look.
Hey,
But we are back. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Back in the building.
Facts.
Yeah,
So, the NFL season is tuned up right now. And we are talking about teams stepping up and injuries happening.
Yeah, injuries happening.
So, the first one we want to talk about is the Jimmy Garoppolo injury in the San Francisco 49ers, who was just trailblazing through the NFC.
Break a leg, Jimmy.
Porn star Jimmy.
He down. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be all right, though. You know what I'm saying? Sure, he's going to be feeding him grapes.
With everything that's happening in the 49ers right now, they got the trade, and now the big injury.
That's not that big, though.
But are they truly Super Bowl contenders now?
Yes.
Super Bowl contenders? No. Would I be surprised if they made it to the Super Bowl? No. Are they absolutely playoff bound in my mind? Yes. I feel like Jimmy Garoppolo is mid. Not really, you know what I mean? He's not that guy. He does just enough. I mean, I think it's a stat that he has like the most wins without touchdowns.
Right. He's born with zero touchdown games.
Like
He's born zero
weird.
touchdown games. If you want somebody if you talk about game manager, that is game manager.
Extreme game manager.
Because he going to manage the way you get the W without scoring his damn self. I'm going to hand off. I ain't going to say pass it because apparently you don't got to pass no touchdown.
Right.
I'm going to hand off to the person who's going to get it in the end zone.
This is my opinion. I feel what's more damning to their playoff chances and their hopes is Elijah Mitchell, the backup to Christian McCaffrey, getting hurt.
Yeah.
Because he was hurt the majority of the season and he had just come back. So
And that's a perfect spell to CMC.
and we already know Christian
CMC good for
McCaffrey
it.
has a major injury history.
Don't trust him.
Right.
Don't trust
So,
him.
in my opinion, you can fit you in that Shanahan system. You can fit a running back, and they'll go for 1,000 yards. And I also feel in that Shanahan system, he can make an average quarterback, a mid quarterback, look way better than he is. My personal opinion: Brock Purdy, rock on, brother.
Yeah,
rock on.
And that's why I'm
Rock
saying,
on.
you said, are they still a contender? In my personal opinion, yes. I feel like losing Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't change anything as far as where they were as contenders. You feel me?
Right.
Jimmy Garoppolo didn't put them over the top as a
Absolutely.
contender. So losing him, no, Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't. What did they have before? They already moved on. You know what I'm saying? They say, all right, Jimmy, you get us in the playoffs all the time. Look, wait. You get us in the playoffs on the regular, but you don't get us over the top. So he was not the difference maker anyway.
Right.
And they
We got-
gave the keys to Trey Lance already.
That's what I'm saying.
He got
The only reason he in there, is because the starter intended ain't there. You feel me? So it's not a loss to say we lost Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right,
It's just all right, next man up, literally.
Right.
And for that offense, an offense predicated on schemes and gimmicks, not even gimmicks, because that's the whole scheme.
It's just
You feel
really
me?
good scheme.
Right. The scheme is filled with all types of gadgets. You feel me? And the gadgets don't come off of quarterback play. They come off all of the special skills positions.
Right.
So all you gotta have is somebody in there that knows the playbook. If they had Chad Pennington, they would be dangerous with the same exact offense. You feel me?
And their defense is still legit.
Yeah.
And the defense is top 3
Yeah,
right now.
no
top
question.
3.
You know what I mean?
That
No
defense.
question.
That defense not only keeps you from scoring, they will score on you. You feel me? They are
Right,
opportunistic
right.
and they don't give no buckets up. They was holding everybody to no points in the half all season. Then they started snapping and giving people no points all game. The last 2 games. You feel me? So they went from we really good to we really great on defense.
But-
So nothing else is lacking. The only thing that's lacking is Jimmy Garoppolo, who
Right.
wasn't a runner. So breaking your leg don't scare nobody. And he's not somebody who's going to give you 40-yard passes all season.
Right.
So all I need is somebody to come in, give me 70%, 60 to 70% passing. Meaning if you can give me 15 out of 20 passes.
Okay.
If you can connect on 15 out of 20 passes, give me 150 to 200 yards in the air without turning the ball over. Again, I don't need a touchdown.
Right.
We seen that he can win without touchdowns.
Right.
I don't even need a touchdown. I need you to gradually move us down the field, 200 yards through the air. We'll get the rest done through the ground. Elijah Mitchell is a big piece to lose.
A very big. And with Brock Purdy, be fearless.
Yeah, because now you're going to have to feed them tight ends and running backs.
Because after that,
And them
so,
gadget receivers.
I don't know if y'all saw Baker Mayfield got cut, released from the Panthers, and there were rumblings that San Fran was going to go after him. Whether you like or don't like,
And I'm
that.
glad he didn't.
Well, I mean, but that's fair. But the Rams played hater games. You know what I mean, to keep Baker from going to the 49ers. So now it's all in on Brock Purdy.
I don't even think it's hater games.
So, hold on. So the Rams picked up.
Yeah, they picked up big. They picked up big.
Oh,
We knew somebody.
That is news.
That's not news for real, because you know what? To say it's news, I seen a post before we got here, before we started. I seen a post that said Baker Mayfield to the Rams exclamation point, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the post, and somebody posted underneath it and said, "Why did you put an exclamation point on it?"
Man,
Listen,
That's not big news.
But you know what the crazy
That's
is?
not big news.
The crazy thing is, CBS had the Rams as the third option. They had the Texans, who obviously have the first rights to him.
Right.
And the second was the 49ers, and the Rams were the third.
Why would the Texans take him? Tell me why.
yeah, I mean,
You're right.
Would you ruin your stock at a top pick with Baker Mayfield, who won't get you to the playoffs,
Right.
but won't let you be under 500?
You actually might be at a level
500
even
with
with Baker Mayfield.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
He hurts
I'm
your
just
chances
talking
in the
about
lottery.
As from a
Not
business
really, though.
perspective, like constructively, the Texans had the rights to him first. That's it.
But they don't want him.
Right.
There's no need
It
for
goes in
him.
inverse order.
Right.
There's no need for him.
Yeah,
He's toxic
I
for a
agree.
franchise. We just got rid of a toxic quarterback.
You know who I honestly thought would probably consider taking him was the 49ers.
The 49ers would have been my
They
first
were so
thought.
low because
Right.
they were in the order went in inverse order.
And the Rams
49ers,
took him.
That's why I said they played hater games.
And I think it's
Right.
perfect. And I think that's the perfect pickup for the
Yeah.
Rams, because Baker Mayfield, believe it or not, is good for TV. Just for entertainment purposes, not for sports, not for sports at all, but for
At all.
entertainment purposes.
At all.
Baker Mayfield is good for entertainment purposes. Literally,
Right.
that's it. So for an LA market that lost a face in Matt Stafford, the AT&T commercials can keep booming because you got Baker Mayfield. You
Right.
feel me?
Yeah, but it's like the Cowboys thing. Is the reason why Jerry Jones is a genius is because people are going to tune in to watch the Cowboys,
The franchise is gold.
not because they're good. They're
Just
gonna, you
the
have,
franchise.
You have your core fan base, that's half, and the other half wants to see Dallas lose. So you're right as far as people will tune in to still watch the Rams to watch Baker lose.
I would love to see. I personally am going to love watching
Let me
Baker
ask-
fuck
but-
that situation up.
But before we jump into that, let me ask you guys, because you guys kind of like talk about Jimmy Garoppolo as if he's not good enough to take the 49ers to the next level. He's just a game manager.
Yes.
But on the other side, you see the Jets have a great defense, and all they need is a game manager. And right now,
Mike White holding it down. The great White Hope.
I'm gonna give you a stat. I'm gonna give you a stat. Right now, they're 1-6 when it comes to winning games and closing out games. You know why? Because they're horrible in the red zone. And they are 48%, 26 in the NFL right now at 18 for 37 because they cannot score in the red zone.
Hey, EJ.
Will a Jimmy Garoppolo or a Baker Mayfield change that dynamic if they were on a Jets team or a 49ers team where you guys think that you could just plug in a quarterback because the system is so great?
I don't think the Jet system is great.
Okay, so my take on it is it's damn near identical because the offensive coordinator came from the 49ers.
Yeah.
So you're running that same zone blocking Shanahan scheme.
Okay.
The reason why they look different now, and even they look different with Flacco as opposed to Zach Wilson, because Zach Wilson plays like Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay.
Scary, real conservative. I don't want to, I'm missing throws here. I'm missing the check downs. You know what I mean? But when you
But he not humble the way Jimmy is.
No. But
Right.
I'm just saying as far as quarterback, and when you put in a Flacco, who's I'm a former Super Bowl MVP, I'm fearless.
And I got a
because
bag.
I'm already on the bench. What I got to lose? When my man Dirty Mike White comes into the game,
Dirty Mike.
fearless. That was my nickname last year for Mike White. Dirty Mike White. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Dirty Mike and the boys from
I like
guys.
it.
You know what I mean? So
It smells like
Yeah,
but
it's
Polish people had an orgy in here.
It's a soup kitchen. You know what I mean? Dirty Mike White come in there and is fearless.
Right,
You
right.
instantly see first round pick Garrett Wilson from Ohio State turned up.
And
Right,
and the big thing is
Fantasy gold right now. If you
the
have
immediate difference between Zach Wilson and Mike White. One was talking about something, man, it ain't my fault why we losing. The other one came and said, man, I'm just here for them, bro. I'm trying to do this for the other 50 motherfuckers on the roster.
and as far as wide receiver talent, they have plenty of wide receiver talent.
Plenty.
They have running backs.
Wilson.
They got a couple. They got two serviceable tight ends.
Corey
You have a
Davis,
tight end, you have
Elijah Moore.
Garrett Wilson. I mean, come on.
They got a couple tight ends too.
They got a former. I mean, well, they might be bad because they got a former tight.
So-
They got a former tight on their team, Corey Davis. Which, whatever.
Former first round pick
you know
Corey
what?
Davis.
Former bust Corey Davis.
You know what? Let's introduce
White.
the San Francisco backup quarterback right now, right? When we talk about things that is probably the impossible when it comes to being on a team and actually making an impact on the team and seeing the field and having playing time, it's almost like being on the practice squad.
Yeah.
It's when you talk about the Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
The very, very, very last pick
Yeah.
of the draft. And this gentleman actually went 262nd in the draft back in April, which the NFL called the Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
And literally in a moment, he becomes relevant.
Absolutely.
You know what he does?
That's the best part about Mr. Irrelevant.
that's the
and
beauty
you know,
of
and you
football.
know what he does in 3 quarters?
When?
He throws for 262 yards,
Yeah.
2 touchdowns,
Yeah.
had 1 interception.
So
But the passes he made was fearless.
when you are the dead last pick in the draft, any production is good production. If you make the field in an NFL game as the very last pick in the draft, you have overachieved. If that's it, flat out. If you make the field at any point in the NFL season as the very last pick in the draft, you overachieve. If you start in the NFL game, you have done way more than 90% of the people in the same spot.
And also, like I was saying, it helps when you come to by the league standards and what they feel is a genius. Shanahan is one of the genius offensive minds in the game.
Yeah.
It helps. When you go to an Andy Reid as a last pick, or you go to a Shanahan or a Sean McVay, you know what I mean? These guys who are whiz kids as far as offense, that's different if you go to a defensive head coach, you know what I mean? It doesn't really want you. I ain't never gonna play you. You got to go play time.
Exactly.
In those offensive practices, you're getting viable reps because the offense is so potent.
Exactly.
So when you come in, you're not really missing steps.
So here's
He's
a
confident. He was like fist pumping Kobe.
Going
fist pumping.
hard.
They're like,
Going hard.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what you want to see.
here's a reference for retrospect.
You know?
So go back to a draft where the first overall pick was an RG3. And there was no need to do it, but because a OG Shanahan said, let me just for backup, just to make sure, let me go in the 3rd round, go get a Kirk Cousins.
And that's the guy he really wanted.
No flash.
He wanted Kirk Cousins.
RG3 was the sexy pick for the GM and a front office and ownership. Go get RG3. He looks good for cameras, which he did. He was the pick you were supposed to make.
He looked good, yeah.
But Shanahan said, man, personally, for what I want to do for my offense, Kirk Cousins is the guy.
He gonna get hurt. That's what he's looking at. Like, I've seen this act before. He gonna get hurt.
And so quietly, Kirk Cousins gets drafted. Nobody says anything because it's normal. You go get a backup quarterback. Nobody says anything. RG3 goes down. A Shanahan has a backup prepared.
Right.
So it's nothing new. You feel me?
Politics
It's
as usual.
another Shanahan, another backup. You feel me? We gonna make it work.
That's like those plethora of running backs that you see pop up out of nowhere. These Jeff Wilson Jr.'s, these Raheem Mosterts, these Elijah Mitchells, who was whiz kid, these Alfred Morris, since we're talking about RG.
Because that's what their offense does.
These guys, I mean, we go all the way back. I mean, we talk about the multitude of Shanahan running backs. You know, the father Shanahan that just had running backs on deck. These guys you never heard of with generic name number 1.
Right.
Come in and they're 1,000-yard running backs. You know what I mean? So that system is potent. And I will never.
I feel like the only person he ever made on purpose was Clint Portis. Like a running back where he just was like, yeah, you gonna
Clayton
be.
Portis was that work.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jadakiss, move work from Denver to DC like Portis. Come
Yeah.
on, man. Stop playing, man. Stop playing, man. Come on, man. They
Real
don't know.
rap.
They don't know. They don't know. They don't know about stuff like that. Come on, man.
Real rap.
Get in tune. You feel me?
But I will say this, is that the NFC West just got interesting.
Yeah, go down to NFC West for me then. What's happening in the NFC West?
The Seahawks, Geno Smith,
They wrote me off.
they wrote me off.
Stat said Geno had more touchdowns on Sunday than my man Russ had all month. You know what I'm saying? He had 3 touchdowns on Sunday. Russ got like 2 all month.
And we all know what Pete Carroll can do with a team.
Yeah.
Because we just identified that this year that it wasn't, the quarterback.
Hey, shout out Lou while we on the Seahawks. Shout out my man Lou. He said he loved the podcast.
Listen, it wasn't the quarterback with the Seahawks that was making the team better, right? I'm not even going to say his name because I'm not going to do dirt on him.
I'll do it, Russell. Let Russ cook.
So, with that being said, do you feel like the 49ers still win this division?
What's the whole division? Rams, they trash.
No, we don't know. This is just between them and Seahawks at this point.
Seahawks. No, Cardinals. Where the Cardinals at?
It don't matter.
Yeah, the other teams, they got like 4 or 5 wins.
I personally feel like Kingsbury might get fired.
7-5 and 8-3 right now.
I think Kingsbury might get fired.
Well, he's done.
Because they looking bad.
He's done.
And they fought.
So we're not going to blame Call of Duty coming out.
No, Colin Murray is definitely playing.
That's fine.
He's playing Call of Duty right now.
But they paid him, though. That's what they paid him. So that's long term. He's the guy.
All right.
We need to go find his contract.
It's ironic you say that. But so when we get to the Eagles segment, I would also like to segue back to this, as far as contract wise, as far as where do you pay Jalen Hurts, and I'll have the list ready for you. You know what I mean? But the 49ers still own that division, in my opinion, because they have the best defense in that division. They have the most potent the best run game. Also, the rookie from Seahawks, Kenneth Walker Jr. got hurt. I'm not sure if it's long term or not, but just him being banged up.
That's a bad job.
I don't like their backup. I mean, he was already a backup.
That's a bad job.
Whatever they have, it's not going to equal up to Christian McCaffrey.
Give me Seahawks. I'm still rocking with my man Gino.
No. I'm taking 49ers to hold.
They wrote me off. They wrote me off.
Okay.
They wrote me off.
Okay.
That's for you, Lou. I'm a rock because of you. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Real rat.
I don't have. So we want Kyler Murray's contract now, or we want to hold off on that?
No. Tell me about Kyler Murray's contract.
I just want to see the stipulations in his
Oh,
contract.
I don't know the stipulation, but he signed for $230.
Yeah, it's a nice amount of bread.
46 1 a year.
Yeah.
46.
Russell, yo.
6 a year.
Why we on contracts? Russell joint is up. Yo, his joint is like $250 altogether.
You get 49.
But the first beam, no. Stop. The first 100 mil is like year 1. You feel me?
It's up front.
250 out of that 250. So the biggest. I mean, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you right.
You know what?
Cool.
You know what? Pete Carroll got the first. You know what happened in the second? He was like, no, let me throw it.
Oh, so
and what happened in the second?
Hold on. No.
What happened in the second year?
All I'm saying is, cool. He got paid for his past efforts, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. My problem is he got that Super Bowl for the Seahawks. Denver now is cutting the check for $100 million for this one season.
And it looks horrible. It's a complete.
They don't have no Super Bowl to say, all right, well, at least he won us one. At least he won us one. He did. I'm paying $100 million for somebody that's less than Geno Smith.
But listen.
But you know the crazy part though, they've paid more for even less though. That's how bad they have been at picking quarterbacks since Peyton Manning.
I understand that, but Tebow was out there and he went through the playoffs.
And
yeah, I feel you. So was Brock Osweiler. So was Brock Osweiler. Don't forget about
how much did they get paid though?
No, but they've been
quarterbacks is getting that bread. That's a lot of guaranteed bread.
Not those guys.
Not him. Trevor Siemian.
Right.
These guys. You know what I mean? Like they've been in the muck, in the mud since Peyton Manning in a lot of years.
Ugh.
And like I said, Tebow was before Peyton Manning. But I'm saying since Peyton Manning, they've been looking for a quarterback. So it's like you had the opportunity. I understand why he went and did it this first year, front loaded like a motherfucker. Doesn't justify. But
so what happens though? What happens now going forward?
For who?
Is it because you as a manager, right? Do you think that he's having trouble right now because it's the lack of knowledge for the playbook?
I can't call it.
One more year?
I can't call it.
Or because we've seen him throw some errant passes where he knows the plays and he just doesn't hit the target.
It's too many weapons over there.
Too many.
Like it's one of those types of things where just.
So what I'm asking is it this year he's playing the game and thinking about the game too much? And in the past, it was just so natural for him just to be instinctively inclined to be successful, and now he's thinking too much.
first 2 contracts, he was playing with house money. This last contract is all on him.
I feel like
I think it's the latter.
As we're talking and we're digging into it, I think it's too much on his plate.
He ain't had shit on his plate when he started.
I think it's too much on his plate as far as him being the missing piece coming to Denver with a bunch of weapons, a bunch of running backs, like a potent defense, and the expectation for you, because in all honesty, we all hear the rumblings of let Russ cook, but that was from the fan standpoint.
Yeah.
Right.
And we've seen Russ not take ownership of the offense and be like, Pete, you said we're running it on 4th and 1 or on 3rd and 1, okay, cool. Or 4th and 5, okay, cool. No audibles, no whatever. He's going with the flow. So you have a new coach that's trying to make his mark, and he's trying to justify paying you a front-loaded $100 million first year.
Yeah.
So maybe the coach is pressing.
Wrong call.
And he's expecting Russ. Well, you a Super Bowl, champion. The rumblings are let Russ cook, let Russ throw more,
burn this shit up.
And it's not. Maybe they should have been a 35 run team, 35-20 pass team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Between Javonte and of course Javonte turned his ACL, that killed a lot of their way because he was expected to have a breakout season.
Right.
So and then on top of Melvin, I mean we saw the memes early on this year. Melvin going looking at him, and you looking back.
Early.
You looking at me, I'm looking at you. We both are.
Now Melvin gone.
Right. Now Melvin gone. Chase Edmonds is over there, and you got Latavius Murray.
Right.
So, and you can even tell Latavius Murray has always been a dependable running back that you can lean on for about 15.
He's not a stud, but he's a good 3.5. He's a good 3.5.
Very dependable.
Yeah.
Red zone. I can rush with you. You know what I mean? I feel like it's too much on Russ right now, and it's fair to say maybe when the run game gets better, addition to the offensive line next year he'll be in the same system again. There's hope, but this is a complete thing. And your first round pick your picks are going to Seattle. So
I don't think it's too much on Russ right
I
now
think it's too much on him.
because coming from where Russ came from.
I agree with you, Bees.
Do you remember the Seahawks offense after the first time Beast Mode left? Do you remember the Seahawks offense?
I mean, they pass more.
Yeah, they passed more when they lost Beast Mode the first time. But what was the offense made of? Was it made of stars?
No.
It was less than. You feel me? I feel like he has way more options on offense than he had.
There was no expectation then.
Yeah, fine.
Even with the weapons.
No, I disagree. I disagree with there weren't no expectations from as far as from the team. Maybe sure, as a team, the team doesn't need to be a Super Bowl contender.
The skill positions is what I'm speaking of.
Fine, from the skill positions, no expectations. But from Russell, who's max contract, and you let everybody else walk because of Russ,
right?
Expectations are very much high. You feel me? You everybody else on the table.
You have Pete Carroll though.
Because you had Pete Carroll, but Pete Carroll not the person who got the contract that made everybody else leave. You feel me?
But it's Pete Carroll's system though.
It's Pete Carroll's system.
That's what I'm saying. And that was in essence protecting from what we see now.
But we paying Russ. We paying Russ to be the face.
I feel.
And so in those moments, in those 4th and short and goal line situations where you should have passed it to Beast Mode or gave it to Beast Mode, but you passed it instead.
Right.
We blaming Russell. I don't want to hear that the expectations wasn't there for the rest of them.
Let me ask you this though. When and I've been in this position before, is when you're running a team with another leadership in place, it's easy to kind of like separate yourself from the blame and be like, oh, well, we're sharing the blame.
Right.
And with Pete Carroll in that particular system, is it okay to say he didn't feel like he had to make the decisions? And over in Denver right now, what you want to call when everybody has to be an expert in their path or whatever they're working in, a mastermind group. So if you got a quarterback, a GM, and a coach, everybody is actually assumed to do their job and be capable of someone expecting them to be the best at their job. So when someone is looking at you to be the quarterback and go out here and be the leader, they're like, hey, Russell, what's going on? They're not looking at the coach. The players are looking because it's right because you reach up and you reach down when it comes to talent and trying to grab knowledge. So when the players are coming to Russell, they're not gonna go to the coach because you can't bypass the quarterback and go to the coach. When you got a play being called, you practice the plays, and you come on the field and it's not working out because your quarterback is not making the right decision. And you recognize that as a player because you're in practice with this player. So no, you're not going to go to the coach because you practice this play day in and day out.
Right.
So you're gonna go to the man who is making the wrong decision because you've seen him make the right decision.
Right.
And now when you go to him, he's like, yo. And Russell now he's looking over like he got Pete Carroll and he got a first year coach. You don't got Pete Carroll there, dude.
You don't. And to me, that's the main key. There's a lot of novice minds
everywhere
in the room.
Exactly.
And the one that you're expecting to elevate. And
to be the expert.
To help elevate your coach, make your coach feel comfortable.
So look,
elevate your young players. It's not there.
Reminder. So to tag on to the back of that, you said it's a first year coach. So we don't have no confidence in Denver's coach because he don't got no clout. He don't got no pedigree. He don't got no cachet.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, right.
He came from Green Bay, so when you got
Cool.
Aaron Rodgers, everybody looks
good under Aaron Rodgers, bro. What? So shout out to 21 and Drake, bro. 21 said, "I get on the track and make you sound like you a feature." Drake said, I get on the track and make your label think they need you. You feel me? So I'm saying I'm saying that
That's
to say
statement.
You know what I'm saying? People
say that again.
It said I get on 21 said I get on the track and then make you sound like you a feature. Drake said
Dropping Jews right now.
I get on the track and make your label think they need you. You feel me? And that's what it was. People thought they needed Russ.
Right.
Nobody needed Russ. Pete made people
Who called it though? Who called it? Who called it?
Pete made it seem like you needed Russ, and you don't need Russ at all.
Right.
The thing is,
he never let him cook.
he never let him cook. and let me remind you.
Cook, though.
Let me remind you that Richard Sherman said. Richard Sherman
There you
said
go, Richard Sherman.
he don't got no pull in that locker room, in that huddle, in that offense. He cannot come in there and say, let's do this instead.
Yo.
But when you don't have a Pete Carroll and your offense is ran by a novice coach, and you don't got no clout over the novice coach with your Super Bowl, and you don't got no pull over this dude.
When dudes like Draymond Green and Richard Sherman speak, they speaking facts. They speak from the heart. They don't lie. They don't just go on air just to conjure up storylines. They talking about things that they experienced and they saw. And Richard Sherman saw that Russell Wilson was not that dude.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. He got the bag though. Shout
out to the bag, you know what I'm saying? Get the bag. Get the bag.
My guy.
Get the bag.
Listen. Listen. It is about making money in this lifetime and securing as much money as you can.
Get the bag, you know what I'm saying?
So that your family can do exactly what they need to do.
I done did it too.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Real rap.
And shout out to you, you know, marrying a beautiful woman in Sierra as well. So you got.
And she be riding. Sierra hop on, she jump on whatever she can, a car, or stereo with her seat, with her Denver jersey on, and she scream Russell to the hills. You feel me? She gas him up like he had an All-Star game every week. No matter how bad the stats are, Sierra in there talking like, yeah, man, my Super Bowl winning quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That's how she pull up.
Yeah, it's easy to say when you got 9 figures. All right.
I mean, but she got her own 9 figures. It ain't like she I ain't gonna,
9 figures from what?
No disrespect. She not Dickie and she being a good wife.
9 figures from what? she might have 7 or 6, but I'm 9 figures from what?
Right.
But shout out to Sierra and the black couple.
I can see her having 8. I can see her having 8. I can see her having 8.
Listen, regardless of how much money you have, happiness is built from within and supporting whoever you are with, your partner.
Broncos Nation.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. They ain't happy.
Let's ride and also
let's ride.
Let's
Broncos Nation.
My man ain't been cooking up. Yeah.
No,
that's a bad situation.
It is a bad situation.
Bad John. Wrong kid died.
And I
Keep going. Keep going. You know what I'm saying?
That was my man Dewey. That was Dewey.
What's just happening?
That Dewey.
All right. Carry it on.
That was my man. Get out of here.
Get out of here, Dewey. You don't want none of this.
This is bad.
But
I think I do want some of this.
But let's move on though. So there's another injury that happened, right? And we all called it. We talked about it earlier.
Sabotage.
We all
Yeah, real right.
Listen.
Yeah, man.
Listen.
Spooky.
Very spooky.
We talked about it earlier in this year when we first started, and when he was negotiating his contract, And we all talked about not having management or legal representation going into those contract negotiations. You're hearing about yourself about your weaknesses and why you can't get a contract. And then you go out into the field and the plays, for some reason, are like run heavy. RPO, and it's one thing to be RPO heavy, right? But when you scientifically know your player, he's going to run more he pass. It's like a psychological mind fuck. I'm sorry if my language for the viewers.
Please, no cursing. I do that.
The one thing I realize is that you can make a player feel like he's owning his role, but you also know that his style or what he does is detrimental to whatever his cause is. And the Ravens knew that. They called more run plays for him or RPOs where he has the option to run or throw, but they knew that the scale tipped more towards running. And they set him up for failure.
Now,
is that a fact?
I would again, and again, and a lot of people don't realize these things. In the NFL, these offensive coordinators get recycled. So, the Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator is Greg Roman. People may not know, but Greg Roman was also the offensive coordinator from the San Francisco 49ers when Colin Kaepernick was there. So, it's ironic we going through these same exact conversations that we were going through years ago with Colin Kaepernick. Is it too run heavy? Is it it's a lack of weapons in the offense? Mm-hmm. It's eerily similar. Vernon Davis, you got Mark Andrews. Mm-hmm. You got a run heavy scheme. You got a run heavy quarterback. This is the same exact thing. You
damn near down to the hardball at coach.
A hardball at coach. You know what I'm saying? You have a pretty decent, sometimes above average offensive line, and your defense is top notch. Run the ball, play great defense, good to great defense, win the game. It can be ugly, it can be whatever, but come playoff time, that's the type of style that you're gonna need.
Right.
So
kickers go to two. Robbie Gould, San Fran.
Right, Robbie Gould.
Now you got Justin Tucker.
You know, Justin Tucker's cash money records. You know
he going down as number one when he retired.
It's cash money.
Over Adam Vinatieri and them.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Yeah.
But it was written before. I mean, we talked about it. I felt like it was going to happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I never want to wish anything on a player, but you can just tell.
Sabotage.
We were talking about pressing the issue earlier,
mm-hmm.
and you got to play your strengths in life. So
yeah.
Lamar is a dynamic runner, you know. And like I said, I didn't see the actual the results of the MRIs and whatnot, so I don't know if it's long term or whatnot. But going forward, it's going to be in his mind. How far do I press? You know, if he's able to play in a week or so, or as long as he's able to come back. Because if you ask me, they're still a playoff contending team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like the only competition over there is Joe Burrow and them. They kind of caught fire, you know, with Jamar Chase coming back. So they still have a chance at the playoffs and, you know, doing something in the playoffs.
Right.
But you need Lamar Jackson.
You need Lamar Jackson.
You need
Lamar Jackson.
But at the same time, you're not going to go against what he does well.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, brother, I hope it works out for you. I hope you come back to play. I hope you get that bag long term.
Mm-hmm.
But
listen,
it is what it is at this point, and they don't have the weapons. So you need that dynamic factor.
Yeah.
They don't have the weapons.
They built that offense around.
Absolutely.
this my issue. My issue is Lamar Jackson was on not Hall of Fame. Let's say MVP trajectory before he got hurt last year. Okay, got hurt. Baltimore tanked after that. I know personally. We got to get into fantasy football at some point. I'm pretty sure B's got the stronghold on that. But in general, last year I watched one of my fantasy football teams tank because of Lamar Jackson getting injured.
Right.
Coming into the season, I said, man, need to get paid before you get injured. Because if you don't get paid before you get injured, that's what Baltimore going to use to say we're not giving you the crazy long term you want. We'll give you long term, but we won't give you $50 million a year. You feel me?
It's the DeMarco Murray effect.
Exactly. It was written in stone. I was screaming sabotage since like week 3. At the halfway point of the season, my man was still top 5 in both touchdowns passing and touchdowns rushing.
With minimal weapons.
Okay? Since then, Justin Fields has now become the ultimate rusher at quarterback, but he has 3 years less than my man Lamar Jackson, so he can afford a hitter too. You feel me? Lamar Jackson has already played out a contract as a great rusher and great quarterback. Lamar Jackson has already led his team to the playoff on multiple terms, on multiple accounts.
Right. MVP.
Lamar Jackson has already won an MVP. Lamar Jackson has already made a cover of Madden. Lamar Jackson has done enough to already warrant a contract, and it's not.
Michael Vick's single rushing record.
Has already done everything you need to do to warrant this next contract. Somebody from his draft class has already gotten paid.
Right.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So the point is, Lamar Jackson should have already gotten paid. Second, we scream sabotage. I scream personally sabotage all season. That the reason he ain't getting paid because they trying to wait so they can set him up
And lowballing.
Because now, where you would have before the injury have already had the 5+ 7-year contract of $50 million a year with the guarantees of $40 million a year at least. You feel me? Now with one injury, one PCL, a major ligament in the knee, with one PCL injury, my man is now locked into playing on franchise tags and 3 years or less contracts. Because I can't trust a running quarterback with a injury list on his knee.
Right.
You feel me? Not to say he's only a running quarterback, but you are primarily a running quarterback.
So my question is,
sabotage.
Yes,
That's my answer.
Listen, no, it's 100% sabotage. I think we are all in agreement here. It is not a 99.9%. They knew the percentages because they got statisticians. And the one thing that these billionaires and these coaches and these organizations have is access to information. Mm-hmm. And no matter how much we think it's behavioral, the stock market, businesses, everything act accordingly. And they act off of emotional behavior because they know that people don't have access to tracking their own behavior and their reasoning and making decisions.
Everybody not LeBron. They not gonna put $1 million on their body.
But even if LeBron, listen, there are stats and tracking on LeBron that he doesn't have access to.
Right.
And I can guarantee you that as well. So what I'm saying is, yeah, Lamar Jackson, it was tragic. He can go somewhere else and get the money and get the bag. How many years can a team franchise tag you?
3 years in a row.
Yes, I think
they can franchise you 3 years in a row.
That's horrible.
It's but the way
that is crazy.
No, I mean it's crazy, but the multiplication on it is even crazier. Like the first year, so in the first year, I think it's like you make whatever the average of the top 5 is. So at your position. The second year, it's like whatever the average of the top 2 is. The third year, it's like a multiplication of whatever you had times like a third. You feel me? So like it's like whatever you got, it go up.
But again, now that's predicated on you not getting hurt
the whole entire time.
2 more years? Because it's a contract year right here. 2 more years.
Right.
For a predicate, for a prerequisite. Kirk Cousins, see what I'm saying? Kirk Cousins is the standard as far as just taking the franchise tag and running with it. You feel me?
Kirk will throw that ball away quick. I'm good.
Kirk Cousins ain't never won nothing, but Kirk Cousins has consistently taken that. I'm gonna take that guaranteed $30 million to $50 million all year, every year. He been getting it.
He's got some good contracts.
Kirk Cousins easily has a top 5 contract list of all time. Easily getting top 5 money all the time. Easily. It's not hard.
Buying those gold grills because he can afford it.
People used to look at Del Rivas as the standard of how you get your money in the NFL. Yeah. Kirk Cousins might be it. I'm gonna keep it a whole bean. Darrelle Revis used to be how you because he earned every dollar.
You might have a point with that.
Listen.
Oh yeah.
Who else finessed the league for that many contracts?
For sure. I mean,
it's a lot of backup off like Chad Henne. Chad Henne, I heard getting a check off the bench. What's the boy that was on the Kansas City for a minute?
I'm talking again like starting QB money. Though.
Starting QB money that stole Jamarcus Russell is the standard of taking the money and not doing nothing.
That was one contract.
No, it's Kirk Cousins.
It has to be Kirk Cousins.
In the new generation style of...
He's the Darrelle Revis of quarterbacks.
It's Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is the Darrelle Revis of quarterbacks. I've said it already.
Kirk Cousins is mid, by the way.
He is.
Shout out to 1 p.m. Kirk.
Shout out to 1 p.m. who been cooking at 4 o'clock. Who been cooking at 4 o'clock lately.
10-2 Kirk, man. That's like hands on the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
Kirk. Get somebody
hands on the steering wheel.
Hold on. I've been waiting to say this because I know Bees don't like hearing the 1 o'clock Kirk talk. He don't like that. But 1 o'clock Kirk leads the league in wins by 1 possession. You feel me? As far as I'm down 1 possession or I'm up 1 possession.
Last year he was 4-6 in those same situations.
This year, my man is what? I think 9-0 or 10-0 in them situations.
9-0.
9-0 in 1 possession games, bro. Whether it be by comeback or by lead.
America, that's the difference.
I don't care about none of that.
America, America.
Listen here, America.
If Kirk Cousins
R.I.P.
playing at 1
Bernie
p.m.,
Mac.
if Kirk Cousins playing at 1 p.m., you better
R.I.P.
pick
Bernie
him.
Mac.
You better pick him.
We picking him at 1 o'clock. We thinking about it at 4. I don't know about 8
If you
o'clock.
playoff and this game is at 4 p.m., don't pick him.
No, I think about it at 4.
Don't do
He
it.
won a couple 4 o'clocks.
Not prime time.
Like I said,
Might be 4 p.m. in Minnesota.
We not fucking with
Not
8
prime
o'clock.
time.
Sorry about the cursing. Sorry.
this guy right here has a Tennessee Titans jersey on, right? And last year, his team in the AFC was a number 1 seed, correct?
Yeah.
And what did I tell you? What did
Yeah.
I tell you as a caring friend about your team being the number 1 seed? I don't believe in them, and they're on upset alert.
What
America.
happened? Hold on, what happened? What happened?
You don't know?
What happened?
Oh, they
lost
ran
it.
into
We-
Joe
I wanna
Burrow in
I want to
them.
hear it.
They ran into Joe
Prop-
Burrow in them.
Prop Joe.
Prop Joe in the
Prop
co-op.
Joe.
That's what happened. They ran into Prop Joe in them
Listen.
in a hush.
I saw a
Falls
post.
over the crowd.
I saw a post that said 20 years from now we're gonna look back at the LSU team like it was Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson on one team. How?
2019 LSU versus Alabama will go down probably as one of the most, if not the star-studded game of this new generation of talent.
Yeah, because Texas USC is the generation before.
You're going to look back and be like, this game right here changed the league.
Texas USC was the generation before, 20 years
Tua,
before.
Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jamison Williams, who
was a lot.
hasn't even been unleashed yet. Watch out for him next year. with
It's
the
a
Lions.
lot.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot.
Wow.
Mechie, I mean, we like that.
That was a star
We
study.
talking about, I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire fell by the wayside, but Jamar Chase, Thaddeus Moss,
It was so much.
Like it was
It was
too
so much.
Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
They
Come
were
on, man.
stacked.
It was-
The lines and defenses
Wow.
were stacked too.
I didn't
Wow.
even
The
get to
lines
that.
and defenses
Wow.
were stacked too. We just talking offense.
Wait, no,
The lines and defenses were stacked too.
Hold on, pause for
Joe Burrow
when
was
I
out.
tell you-
Prop Joe was
when
out
I
there with a
tell you-
cigar.
When I tell you, you guys gotta tune into Check It Up podcast.
Check it up.
This is the type of stuff that I'm sitting here as a fan. You know when Jalen Hurts was talking about how he just throws the ball up and he sit back and get his popcorn
Yeah.
and wait for AJ Brown just to catch the ball and Smith to catch the ball. That's what I do here.
Skinny bat, strong bat.
I throw up the topic and these guys just
It's-
Randy Moss it.
I mean,
When you talking about mossing it, this is what mossing it look like.
I need a drink because I know where we going soon.
Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm
Drink up, buddy. Drink.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's
Can we-
one
can
of those
we-
games.
Can we go there now? Because
No,
I'm upset. I'm upset.
No,
Let's
you
slow
know,
walk.
you know what? You know what? Let's slow walk it. Let's go to
Save
Baker
the- save the
Mayfield.
best for
Let's go for
last.
Baker Mayfield asking for a trade and then getting it.
He didn't ask for a trade. He asked to be cut.
Release, yeah.
And he got it. He did get it. He
Release
did get it.
trade, Release trade. Release trade.
He
Listen,
did get it.
Listen.
He did get it.
Listen. In less than
Oh.
a year, this man has asked for a release from 2 different teams.
Oh God, I know Carolina was like,
Bet.
okay.
Okay.
Oh
Like-
God, I know it was like, you know what? I won out. It was like, oh thank God, because we was waiting for you to say it. we was waiting for you to say it, bro.
So-
like it's Baker Mayfield.
so
bro.
this- so-
Kwame Brown.
So the question is, what happens now? So right, he's gonna clear waivers, and
He's
there's
not gonna clear
31
waivers.
So there's 31 NFL teams will have opportunity to claim him, right?
Right.
But Mayfield will be a $1,349,000 waiver claim.
Yeah,
And the Houston Texans will have the first dibs at claiming him.
yeah.
Which team
The Rams.
could be interested in taking him?
So the Rams already
Yeah,
did
the
it.
Rams signed him.
They-
The Rams
well-
picked him up.
Well, this is knowledge I didn't have coming on to camera here, and just to think about it, the Rams was the third in line, the Texans was the first, the 49ers was the second, but the Rams claimed them. And why is that?
Texans are going to draft their next franchise quarterback. So that's
Yeah.
that. They had Davis Mills to just hold it down. Nobody gave a damn what was going on in quarterback in Texans history.
Right.
So we're going to draft their next franchise. That's easy to think about. For 49ers,
Are we 100% sure that the 49ers will be like, I thought it goes to.
He said the second.
Goes by record though.
or it could be order of last draft.
Who had like interest in actually getting him?
Oh, okay.
No, not who can
Okay,
actually
right,
claim him
right,
first,
okay,
but
got
the
it, got it.
Texans was number one who claimed him.
Right. Who
had
basically
interest?
would need him?
Right,
Gotcha,
who had a
gotcha.
team that was still, and I thought the Jets would be interested in getting him.
Why?
I wouldn't touch him.
Why?
Because
Why would the Jets?
They don't got a game manager.
Hold on. First
They're-
off,
they're
let me.
not.
First off.
They lost last game.
Hold on. EJ, let's just talk
He
numbers.
threw interceptions in the red zone. That's the reason why they lost that game.
No, I agree, but he also kept them in. He
You-
kept them the
cool.
offense in the game. You know what I mean?
Let's just talk numbers from a Jets perspective.
Right.
You drafted a quarterback. That's some of your collateral right there.
Right.
Cool. You drafted a quarterback.
Right.
You signed a Super Bowl winning old head veteran. That's the other side of it.
Yeah.
That's 2 quarterbacks. Most teams carry 2, and if you want a third, it's going to be some undrafted random dude.
Dirty Mike White.
You feel me?
Right.
So as your third quarterback, when you already have your top flight draft pick and your elite veteran, you don't go grab a Baker Mayfield. That wouldn't make any sense,
especially
financially or media wise.
I just wanted you guys to say it because Baker Mayfield is still a young, if the league consider it a young talent.
Fine, but for what you already have in place, he don't fit on the Jets.
I think it's his attitude and not knowing what Zach Wilson is and how he's like real dismissive. And
Zach Wilson acting like that right now.
That's the worst thing you can do is bring Baker in and be like, be like me.
Hell no.
No.
If
and I'm not going to pay $1 million to bring that into my locker room. Hell no. I got my own situation to correct here. You know what I mean?
If Baker Mayfield was acting like Jacoby Brissett, for example, where you can produce but be humble at the same time, then you can bring him in that situation.
Yeah,
it's like he always finds a way to get in his own way.
Exactly. So him again, like I said, I think it's a beautiful sign of him going to LA because he likes to be in the light. And LA is where the light is at.
I thought he wasn't gonna get claimed at all. He's gonna be a
no. Somebody gonna claim him. He a first round pick, first overall. So the he got pedigree and pick, and he got pedigree and name from what he did in college.
The problem is, as a GM, I probably would have made the same mistake. He looked good in college
because you know what?
He had all the right tools and everything, the behavior and everything.
How much did you say the tag was for him if you picked him up? How much was the dollar amount?
$1.5 million.
$1 million for a possible starting quarterback. $1 million for a number 2 quarterback on any NFL franchise is a steal. Even if he was the number 2 quarterback, $1 million for a number 2 quarterback is still a steal in the NFL.
Yeah.
So any team that take him wasn't losing $1. I mean, they losing $1 million.
Yeah.
But as far as financially, you're not losing no money for reaching for Baker Mayfield.
Right.
So it's damning actually that the Texans who lost a random David Mills. You feel me? Nobody cares about Davis Mills. So losing Davis Mills and having Baker Mayfield is an easy first option, first dibs, and you say no. That's damning. More than him getting picked up by the. Who did he get picked up by again?
Rams. Nah, man. I'm looking at the 2018 draft, and I got to say the name on my boy.
To picking him up.
I ain't even trying to hear it, and I'm talking about going into the draft, and as far as everybody, there are the names I'm going to name are a couple people that needed to be refined and whatever. But at the end of the day, when you hear about people have small hands as a quarterback having small hands, and especially going into a cold weather situation,
they love Russell Wilson for his hands.
What I'm saying is, you're drafting Baker Mayfield the same way that they have Russ now. They're drafting at the time. The Browns were drafting Baker Mayfield
to be Russ,
the one to elevate. So when you got all these question marks about you, and they say, "Oh, well," and I hate to say it, these are only these attributes that they talk about when you're not really that good. They say, well, he's sparky and he has an attitude and he got a confidence about him. That tells me that you're lacking something on the field. So.
You're short. You're not fast.
You're short. You're not fast. You don't have big hands.
High IQ.
He got a high IQ and all His Wonderlic score was amazing. And
hold on.
You know what that sounds like? Bust potential. And here we are years later. Bust potential.
Yo, when Pokemon is my shit, y'all. I'm sorry, no cursing. I'm trying to cut it down. Anyway, Pokemon is a game I play a lot. On Pokemon, there's an episode, right? Where they gassing Ash Ketchum. Ash Ketchum be losing. For y'all who don't know, Ash Ketchum won the whole big. He finished number 1 overall in the Pokemon League for the first time in the 25-year history of Pokemon. All right, this ain't got nothing to do with sports, but if Pokemon was a sport, man finally won that joint. He finally won the league for the first time in 25 years. All right, he been 10-year-old the whole entire time. For 25 years, Bull's been 10 years old.
This reason he just won it?
He just won that. How long you known about Pokemon?
Yeah, he just won.
In the year 2022 is the first.
Like he went like
every year, Bull pull up short. Every single year. I'm 35.
I was like 14 years old.
Pokemon came out in like 96. We've been playing the game since like 99.
And it came on Saturdays. I remember.
Right.
Bull finally won in the year 2022.
That's crazy.
It's 25 years later when Bull finally get the chip. All right.
That's crazy. What was the statement? I didn't get the report from the owner when they made the fire. Did you send that to me?
Oh, I sent it to you. I did send it. But this is what I was getting to. My point was, there was an episode where he was fighting somebody and it was an old head in the back. And this is when you knew that Ash Ketchum, you gotta find something you like about Bull because he ain't got all the skills.
Right.
He ain't have all the skills at the time. And OG said, that boy's got spunk. Old head said, that boy's got spunk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is season 1. You feel me?
Yeah.
So for Bees to go back and say like, yo, when he not it, and you gotta find something to say to point out to say, yo, he got big hands or he got, you know what I'm saying? He got that energy.
You know what spunk is? You get your ass kicked and you keep getting up.
Right. Yeah, and that's for 25 years.
That is it.
Much like the Dallas Cowboys. Zing, you know what I'm saying? Bird. Much like the Dallas Cowboys.
At some point,
25 years.
Stay down.
No, bro, he get up. He get up. Word to Apollo. Throw in the towel. You know what I'm saying? Throw in the towel. Throw in the damn towel.
Don't get up if you ain't learned anything. Like
Ash Ketchum took 25 years to win the chip, bro.
But he actually won.
Hey, look,
Baker Mayfield.
That guy.
Yeah, that's resilience.
Anybody that finally breaks through and wins, hey man,
25 years later.
Take your hat off. If I had a hat on, I would take it off and applaud it.
You got 25 years for Baker Mayfield?
Hell no. He's done.
Nah, he's done it. Yeah, about to say.
So it's ironic that we're talking about paying quarterbacks and
Hold up.
Number one was Baker Mayfield in that 2018 NFL draft. So go down.
Who was number 2? Saquon?
Number 2, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Number 3, Sam Darnold. Jets,
Trash.
Jets are going to Jets.
Yeah.
Wasn't they both on the Carolinas?
Yeah, this year.
Trash.
4 we go Denzel Ward.
He lost to Johnson. I'm a trash.
Right. 4 we go Denzel Ward. 5 we go Bradley Chubb. 6 Quentin Nelson. And then number 7 we have Josh Allen.
Bradley Chubb has already changed teams as well.
Josh Allen, number 7.
Josh Allen went number 7 in that draft behind Baker Mayfield?
So let me put a pin in that. And as I go to the end of the draft, good GMs being good GMs and saying, you know what? No matter what it is, we know a talent. When we see it, the Baltimore Ravens jumped back into the first round and took Lamar Jackson.
At the back end of that joint.
Wow.
At the back end of that joint. This is an extra first round because they already took a first round. Who did they take with their first round?
I think they traded out. I scroll, traded. Yep. I think they traded out and then traded back into.
Okay.
So like,
but they got him back in like
extremely
like 30.
32.
Yeah.
Last pick.
That was a beautiful pick. And that was whatchamacallit, Rizzo last pick before he left, right?
The old head GM.
Yeah, old head GM last pick before he left out. He said, yo, I want to make sure y'all good before I leave.
Set y'all up.
I'm gonna give y'all Lamar Jackson. That was him saying
MVP with the 32nd pick. You wound up getting an MVP and a record-breaking quarterback.
Wow.
And with the number 1 pick, you got a stream bust. But good GMs will do good GM things, and bad GMs, well, they will be bad GMs.
Speaking of GMs, are we? Have we got?
No, not yet.
All right, continue.
Your lashes are coming, sir. Your lashes are coming.
Keep us free.
But what I want to talk about is how, even if you go in and the school the quarterback is not playing for is like a top tier school. Josh Allen being 6'5", the offense averaging 452 yards a game.
Was that college or?
This is college. They're playing for Wyoming. You know who else played for Wyoming?
Don't say it.
You know who else? The Eagles quarterback.
Please don't say it.
The Eagles quarterback.
We don't talk about Bull.
He played for Wyoming.
We don't talk about Bruno. No.
North Dakota.
Okay.
But
I'm off that.
But I feel like
but the eyeball test.
It's the same thing,
right? 6'5", being as big as he is with the arm that he has and having a Brett Favre mentality.
You have Baker Mayfield, small hands, short, going to a cold weather. And what did the Buffalo Bills do? We're going to take the cold weather atmosphere and say, we need a big, sturdy, well-built,
who can grip a rock.
Who here plays Madden? Does anybody here play Madden?
You know what you realize? And I got meteor-sized hands. I'm 5'10", so I'm not gonna say I got the biggest hands.
I have long hands for my
But
size.
you know what made me feel comfortable with basketball
Skinny
and football
fingers.
is being able to squeeze the ball.
Right.
And when it's cold, the ball is hard. You can't throw that ball that well and have a spin on it with small hands. I don't care how athletic you are.
Unless you deflate it, word to the goat.
Unless you deflate it.
Word to the goat.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Deflate gate. But at the same time, if you see a Josh Allen averaging 350 yards in college, and he's 6'5", with speed,
it's like, bro.
You gonna pick the other quarterbacks over him? I don't care who got the Heisman. Eyeball test gotta rule out those.
You know what though? You know what? It's so easy to have a outlier year in college. That 1 year you need to have it. You feel me? Again, it's not. Think about college. A quarterback goes to a school. He stays there for 2 to 4 years, and he goes to the NFL, or he doesn't. So you go back and look at it, and I'm gonna always throw Jamarcus Russell out there,
Right.
because you go back and look at it. It's 100. Let's just say the number started at 100. It's 100 quarterbacks that all are within their first 2 years. It's 100 quarterbacks that all look good on paper.
This is a crazy stat.
Go for it. Go for it.
He got better every year.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
What was it? What was the first year? What was the first
The
year?
first year, guess what he did?
No, I'm not guessing. Tell
He
me.
was it went backwards for him. He was 66% in passing percentages.
Mm-hmm. How many yards though?
Hell, over 2,000 yards in passing.
That's year one.
That's year one.
That's trash. Next year. Next year.
Year two, he had his percentage was down 56%, but he had 3,200.
Yeah, yards is up. Next year. That's trash too. 3,200 ain't crazy in college. Go ahead.
And then his junior year, he got hurt. He had 1,800 yards, but he got hurt. He was 56%.
So that's why he fell in the draft.
Man,
Because that's trash. That's a trash
But
college
why
resume.
not? But why not
me tell you
take
something.
the best year when you have less knowledge?
well,
Think about the growth mindset of a person.
I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. Based on what you just gave me from his college John, that's trash. You taking a flyer on him because you love his physical
His
metrics.
attribute, you have to.
I mean,
You
look,
have to.
His physical metrics is crazy.
That's like
But
not
those
taking-
numbers
that's like
are
not
trash.
taking Shaq. That's like not
agreed-
taking
agreed on
Shaq
both.
in the league.
This is the difference. If I was drafting, if I'm a GM and I'm drafting in a warm weather city, I'm drafting to a city that have a dome. Baker Mayfield, due to his college resume, Heisman, all
I'll take
that
him.
good stuff, I would do that.
But in Buffalo,
But even in Cleveland, in a cold weather city,
Josh Allen fit
I
the bill.
need a smart GM takes the intangibles. You take the intangibles and you take the physical attributes that will offset the cold weather.
Right.
And again, to sit there and say, well, yeah, those numbers are trash, and they are trashish.
College numbers, they trash.
for college. But when
They
you
trash.
when you look at Baker Mayfield and look at his glorious numbers, 4,000 passing yards and all this, and he gets to the NFL and you don't see any of that or minimal of that.
Right.
So it's like you're taking a flyer either way for real. Like I said, if I was drafted, if it wasn't Cleveland, if it was Arizona that gets drafted in a warm weather city with a dome, or you go to or if it's Carolina that drafts something or something like that. Yeah, if it's warm weather, I'll take a flyer on Baker.
6'5", 237.
That's a lot.
And that's not to say because when Josh Allen first got to the league, he was a project because he was more of a runner than a thrower. So they had to develop him. But that's
Comparison
fine.
is Ben
but that's fine.
Roethlisberger.
But
Yeah, that's fine.
he has
Coming out,
strong
comparison
arm.
is Ben Roethlisberger.
Right. And like I said, your job as a GM is not to take the most complete quarterback week that you can start week one. I mean, you got to think long term because you're always as a GM you're always going to be tied to that first round pick.
This word GM is burning me today.
For sure. I mean, hey, life is such.
I don't know if I got that statement that you said.
You know what I mean?
I think
Life is such.
I think you on purpose, did not send me the statement that.
I sent it, bro. Dude, let me go back to my sentence, bro.
Listen, I can just put it on your phone. I can read the statement. Here's
It's
nothing
right
to
here,
it
bro.
because I'm happy.
Look, bro.
to
See,
read
look.
that statement.
Look at that sentence. Look at this
Let me
sentence.
see. It was on my phone.
It is what it is.
Baker,
Man.
I got you.
Baker
I got
Mayfield.
you, Playboy. Baker Mayfield. Don't drop.
Yo, but we not on that yet.
No. We're actually moving towards that because you know what happened this week is the Philadelphia Eagles
Oh my God.
played. Hold on. This is one of the host teams, so we gotta spend a little bit more time on this subject here because we've been talking about the Titans all year, and quite frankly, I actually thought that this was going to be a challenge for the Eagles.
Can I quickly interject? Can I quickly interject?
Please interject.
That right there.
Yo, first off, when did you get button? When did you get button clarification? When did we let him order the buttons? Why are you touching buttons?
This right here.
Your jersey speaking up.
Wait.
This right here. Here we go, guys.
I have got to explain my jersey when we get to it.
No.
Hold on. What are you doing? What are you doing?
You hear the crickets?
This guy is
sounded like when the Tennessee Titans were on offense.
His jersey.
Wow.
His jersey speaking for him. Go ahead.
Wow.
Derrick Henry up the guts.
His jersey.
Yo.
Hold on.
Derrick Henry, where you at?
Listen.
Tannehill, where you at?
Put that.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
Hold on.
Pull that up
Hold
real
on.
quick. Pull that up real quick.
Gotta hit him with the Jordan. Like,
So real quick. This past Sunday.
Oh, Derrick Henry, real quick. Time on the field, real quick.
This past Sunday, Titans versus Eagles in Philadelphia. Myself and BZON were present in the building,
right.
live. You know what I'm saying? War ready. I was in there with my mouse line.
I was in Jersey at Brickfest with my son, so I couldn't be there.
That's what's up.
In spirit.
Me and Biz,
spirit.
I was there live, in gear, in war ready. I had my mouse line 87 custom Titans hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that joint. So first off, let me tell y'all about. Real rap. What I'm about to
I'm gonna have to go find owner's
What
statement by myself.
What I'm about to tell y'all, it hurt my heart. You Eagles fans might laugh at this. You Titans fans gonna be hurt. There
are no Titans fans watching this podcast.
It's at least one or two.
If you are a Tennessee Titan fan, welcome and thank you for watching the
That's what's up, bro.
podcast.
That's what's up, bro. Shout out to Philadelphia. That's the city I'm from. I'm not gonna say shout out to whatever y'all team is.
Listen.
Anyway,
the Titans need to check it out with themselves.
Yo, listen, it was a bad day for my Tennessee Titans. It's been a bad week for us as well. Anyway, even though we lost, we 7-5. We are still number 1 in our division, so we're not that bad. We're fine. Go ahead, hit the button if you want to. I don't give a fuck.
Whole lot of that.
So much for the swear jar.
I'm gonna stop swearing, but he hurting my heart right now. You know what I'm saying?
If you guys have been watching, I've been asking for a swear jar every time we hear Titans. But
so much for that.
You know.
We talk about the Titans and Eagles game. I'm not specifically talking about my Titans. It just so happens that my Titans are in this game. So listen, I'm not done. I am not done.
You know.
So listen.
No, go ahead.
Listen. I had to sit there and endure.
Yes.
Verbal abuse from these Eagles fans. Yes. You know what I'm saying? One of them being my wife. One of them being one of my friends. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my bestest guys right here. You feel me?
I got some Diddy ad-libs.
Take that. Whatever. Anyway, I'm in this building. I'm with my folks. Shout out to my homie D-Rock. Shout out to my sister and Thea. They was with me. We was in the building. BZ, my wife, who was in the building.
That's right.
D-Rock is originally a Colts fan, but
D-Rock, why do you like that?
He posted some jerseys from back in the 90s when he had his Eagles gear on.
Shout out my man D-Rock had that Corey Simon jersey. You don't stop playing. Had that Corey Simon.
That's cool and all. Anyway, I'm here today.
It's better than this jersey right here.
We the best.
Y'all not the best. Anyway, I'm here today in my disclaimer. I decided to wear my Mariota jersey on my own. I didn't have no conversations with BZ on over here. We decided to pull up in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So what's up? It's beef.
Because that's how we live. That's how we own it.
That's how we did. Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
You came because God did.
What's wrong with him? He ain't know. Well, he thought he was going to one-up somebody.
I wasn't trying to one-up nobody.
I lost his train of thought.
I didn't lose my train of thought. I was letting you get your statements out. So look. Listen, I wore my jersey today. One, shout out my man, the Fly Hawaiian, number 8, Marcus Mariota. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta ain't make no better results this year. Shout out to the GOAT. The GOAT was GOATing. The GOAT was GOATing on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? On Monday night, I should say. Anyway, I'm out here in my jersey today because I wanted to remember what was. I say that because...
Shout out to Chip Kelly.
I'm gonna shout out everybody but the Tennessee Titans.
You know, Tennessee Titans and the Philadelphia Eagles got a lot of mix up-ish going on. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of entanglement going on. Anyway, my point is
we got gumbo. It's very good.
Eagles wanted Marcus Mariota. They wanted to give up their whole draft to get him. Chip Kelly specifically was ready to give up their best defensive player and a couple picks to get this guy.
No, they didn't.
But I wear this jersey today.
Didn't know how to speak to grown men making millions.
I wear this jersey today to remember what was. As today we fired. Shout out to Amy Adams Shrunk, the owner of the Tennessee Titans. We fired our general manager. Wake your ass up, man.
I'm sorry. We still talking about the Titans? I'm sorry.
Our general manager fired today by Amy Adams Strunk, the owner of the Tennessee Titans. She fired John Robinson. Mike Vrabel walked out on draft day. Mike Vrabel walked out on draft day, y'all, after we traded A.J. Brown to the Eagles.
Don't I have the statement here in front of me right now?
You want to read it? Or
I want to read it.
The
matter of fact, you read it. I'm
going to read it because it's my team.
You read it. Please.
The statement will be posted on.
The statement. Say it with your chest.
Read it first.
The statement will be posted on Check It Up Podcast, Instagram, and Facebooks and Twitters, so you can see it for yourself. Anyway, Amy Adams Strunk said,
"This is not our words. This is their words.
This is my time right now. For me, this is the time of bereavement.
This is not Shar's words. This is the
time of bereavement. Amy Adams Strunk, the owner of the Tennessee Titans, she said, since becoming the controlling owner in 2015, my goal has been to raise the standard for what is expected in all facets of our organization. I believe we have made significant progress both on and off the field through investments in leadership, personnel, and new ideas. This progress includes the core of our business, the football team itself, which is regularly evaluated both by results, wins and losses, and team construction / roster building. I am proud of what we have accomplished in my 8 seasons of ownership, but I believe there is more to be done and higher aspirations to be met. I want to thank John. Did y'all know John's name was spelled Jon, not John? I don't know too many Johns. Can't trust a nigga. Can't trust somebody who John not spelled normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so it goes on to say, I want to thank John for his dedication to work to set this organization on an upward trajectory, and I wish him and his family the best. Folks, as a Tennessee Titans fan, I want y'all to know.
You know who she sound like? The owner from Any Given Sunday.
That's what's up, bro. I love that movie. You know what I'm saying? That was a real fight between LL.
Christina Pagliacci. Shout out to Christina.
And Jamie Foxx. That was a real fight. You know what I'm saying?
She sound like she is laboring to take ownership of a team that her father started.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you Eagles fans finish. But can I go through some things real quick as a Tennessee? Can I lay bare my feelings at the moment?
Oh, on Any Given Sunday.
Today is currently Tuesday when we're recording, y'all. So whenever y'all see this, I just want y'all to know it's a Tuesday. Anyway, my point being, okay, so I need y'all to understand. As a Tennessee Titan fan, I've been going through a lot. All right, so we lost on Sunday.
Bad.
And we fired our GM immediately this morning.
As they should.
Oh my God.
As they should.
I'm pretty sure it's because John Robinson, not Mike Vrabel, not our head coach, which is why he's not fired this morning.
Yeah.
Amy Adams Strunk.
You're right.
I want y'all to precursor. My GM is the first GM to put up 2 middle fingers in a live game. You know what I'm saying? Put up 2 middle fingers in a game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bud Adams, the greatest owner on earth. Amy Adams Strunk fired John Robinson on Sunday because we got our ass whooped because A.J. Brown gave us 100 yards, 119 yards and 2 touchdowns, and that last touchdown was super disrespectful. Yes, John Robinson on draft day. Y'all can go back and find the footage. Mike Vrabel walked out because he was pissed because he did not agree with John Robinson's decision. John Robinson, who came from a Patriots organization that looks shitty now without the GOAT. Belichick is now backfiring on himself, trying to outsmart everybody else. He looks stupid. John Robinson has now, later on, has done the same exact thing. Trying to outsmart everybody else who looks stupid. As a Tennessee Titans fan, I can admit that. You know what I'm saying? Mike Vrabel said that. I love A.J. Brown. I wanted A.J. Brown to stay. We didn't want to pay him $20 million. I agree with it at the moment, but every other wide receiver in this draft class got paid the same $20 million a year. So he looks stupid because everybody else got paid the same $20 million. That means you should have just paid it because everybody else paid it. You was the only one who did. You were literally the only wide receiver that did. You were the only GM that didn't pay it. We look stupid now. I can say that you officially look stupid.
I bet you go Bees.
And now they're rebuilding.
What you go?
We not rebuilding.
They are rebuilding.
But they are.
We not rebuilding. We already drafted the next franchise quarterback. We still have Derrick Henry. Tannehill wants to be a wide receiver for the Eagles.
Tannehill. Like I said, guys, they're rebuilding, and you know why? Because there is a unwritten law that when a GM gets hired, they have the right to bring in their own quarterback.
They brought in Ryan Tannehill.
They can move forward with Malik Willis if they so choose, or they can take draft capital and go find themselves a quarterback that new GM finds suitable for his style. Welcome.
EJ, I got a question.
Welcome.
This ain't got nothing.
Hell.
This ain't got nothing to do with football. Are we doing basketball today at all?
We're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tennessee Titans right now. That's what we're talking about.
Listen, that is part of the segment.
All right.
But right now we're on the Titans right now.
All right, whatever.
This is what you wanted.
And this is actually going to be defending your GM, because my question is, he has 4 years like 4 years left on his contract.
Let me pull up some stats.
He just renewed his contract with Rabel, and they were all in the line, lockstep, right? Like a clan walking.
Yep.
And they knew exactly what they wanted, and they didn't want to pay AJ Brown. Both of them, the coach and the GM. You know who wanted to pay AJ Brown?
The coach wanted to pay AJ Brown, actually.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. So the coach and the GM wanted to pay AJ Brown.
The GM did not want to pay
This is my take.
AJ Brown.
This is my take. The owner didn't want to pay AJ Brown.
Amy wants to win.
Amy wants to win, but Amy wants with a formula. She has a formula is that they never had a great wide receiver.
Does she have a formula though?
No. But you know what her formula was? Is that she had a good quarterback. Her last good quarterback was who? Steve McNair.
That's a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Vince Young was pretty good.
Right, but Vince Young, exactly, Vince Young as well.
But that was also a long time.
But for an owner who only knows what she knows, she's thinking about a formula that her father left behind, and that is have a good coach and a good defense. Man, I'm not a good coach, a good quarterback, and a good defense.
But they don't have a good quarterback, so
that's all. But a game manager, and they don't have that. So when they had AJ Brown, she's like, why would I spend all this money on a wide receiver and not a quarterback getting him the ball? Right?
Agreed.
All right, so look,
and that's what she was talking about from an owner perspective. But it was up to the GM and the coach to actually speak out. You know what they did? They fell in line.
Hold on.
They didn't speak up.
Hold on.
They were weak.
You are right.
They were
right.
Weak. They were weak in their voices because they
Let's not say they. Mike Vrabel was adamant in wanting to keep AJ Brown. To everybody.
To the
AJ Brown.
To the owner.
Hold on. To everybody. Mike Vrabel said publicly and out loud, this had nothing to do with John Robinson, who is now no longer a part of.
You're a Titans fan. I'll give you that.
Okay? Mike Vrabel said out loud, as long as I'm head coach, AJ Brown will not leave this team. He said that as head coach.
Okay.
He said that.
Lieutenant Dan, you are wrong.
He personally said that.
So
on draft day when we traded AJ Brown,
who are we blaming?
There is footage of Mike Vrabel walking out of the room the moment John Robinson said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna trade AJ Brown."
It was a cringe thought. You know who? Everybody around that actual situation. When Mike Vrabel got up and walked back and like grabbed his waist and was like, "Oh my gosh!" You know, everybody looked around like, it's just business. No one else had no emotional.
Never forget.
And that's my problem. Is that it's all about dollars and signs, and it's not about emotion and eyeballs.
Never forget Mike Vrabel is a player first.
Watch the film. Look at the film.
Mike Vrabel walks out like, we drawn. We should keep ball. Mike Vrabel walk out like we tripping. I don't care how much ball costs. We should keep ball. That's how Mike Vrabel walk out.
When a dude is catching passes and he's not thinking about the other receiver, the deep back.
I watch these games, bro. I watched AJ Brown go up there and give his life for catches a couple times.
He did just develop that.
You feel me?
He's a running back with the ball in his hand.
Bruh.
He is a running back.
Everybody can attest.
He's a beast.
Listen,
everybody can attest that I've been screaming as an advocate for AJ Brown. I've been also screaming as an advocate for Jalen Hurts.
You also were comfortable without AJ Brown to start the year.
And
I in this moment, I am still comfortable with having Treylon Burks as a replacement. I just wish Treylon Burks was healthy.
You know what the worst thing is? You know what the worst thing is to be in.
He ain't no AJ Brown. He cool in his own right. He ain't no AJ Brown.
No,
you want it? Treylon
Burks.
He's cool. In time, we'll see what he is, but right now. So I'll give you guys
pretty
an
good.
instance as to where you move on from a wide receiver and you draft a wide receiver that will give you comparable numbers.
Okay.
And I will point you and direct you guys to the Minnesota Vikings. They had Stephon Diggs, and they did not want, for whatever reason, chose not to pay Stephon Diggs and decided to trade him.
And when they got Justin Jefferson.
So that's fine. So you trade him and you give Josh Allen a number 1 wide receiver, but in return you take your first round pick and you draft
Justin
a
Jefferson.
great wide receiver.
And
that's what we tried to do.
They got
And the numbers.
That's what we tried to
first
do.
round pick from Buffalo.
Yeah, and he took Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
So
I
that's
was
what
gonna say, because they
we
could've had
literally tried to reciprocate that same energy. We traded AJ Brown. We went and got Traylon Burks. It's just not adding up to the same energy.
So again, like I said, that's why they get a pass,
Right.
because they didn't miss anything.
Right.
But you guys won't get a pass and got your GM fired because, one, you got a wide receiver that with ACL issues, Robert Wood, you signed him off of ACL injury, and you chose to bring in Traylon Burks, who was kind of like a gadget type guy. He's a decent wide receiver,
And he got asthma.
and has asthma.
But what is the size?
He's bigger than AJ Brown, same exact height, same exact weight, same exact weight.
Attributes.
Right.
But with a health defect.
But productivity. and
He got asthma. Traylon Burks has asthma, and now a concussion.
And productivity and look, and so let me step out of being an Eagles fan in this moment, and I'll step out of just looking at football for real. You guys are outdated. The Tennessee Titans are outdated.
We run like it's the 90s.
This is not
No, that is. We run the ball like it's the 90s.
This is
Too
not
much.
3 clouds in a dust of smoke or a dust whatever the old phrase is in football. We need putting points on the board. You sat here on this podcast weeks ago and told the world that your team was winning without scoring points in the fourth quarter, and you were adamant about that, and you were confident in that.
Disclaimer, we also did not score in the second half of that Eagles game. We did not score again in the second half of that Eagles game.
It sounds like you were consistent, bro.
Consistent as fuck.
In a bad way.
I'm trying not to curse. I'm so
In a
sorry.
bad way.
We had a bad week.
So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to give everybody. It's Mike Vrabel, because I was at the game. We were at the game, and I watched them on a 3rd and 11 run the ball without Derrick Henry. They had the guy Hilliard.
Get the goddamn cameras on me. I got his back.
They got Hilliard in there running a 3rd and 11. Derrick Henry finished the game with less rushing yards than Ryan Tannehill.
34 yards to 30 yards. It's
with a leaky.
Derrick Henry averaged 2.7 yards a carry. I got his back.
Shout out to Kobe Dean. Kobe Dean was making a lot of those tackles in that game.
Please. I mean, I know this segment went a little longer. We want to make sure that this went long for you.
This is bullshit.
On purpose.
Look
I'll
at
be
it.
right
Storming
back.
off. Look at it.
I'll be right
You got that clean.
You looking like AJ Brown leaving town. Look at it. John Robinson storming out of here. You know what I mean?
Ew.
Come on,
y'all was at this game, and I think y'all met a woman, right? Did you meet this woman as well, who was giving advice of marketing?
And I'll let start the story when my cohort here comes back. Her husband, she was a very friendly woman, Eagles fan.
You call her husband a friendly woman.
Huh?
You got her husband a
No.
woman.
She was a friendly woman. Her husband, excuse me, if I forwarded it wrong.
But this is gonna make sense at the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, apparently she literally slapped that man, slapped him on his arms. She said, talking to my friends, "You're a Titans fan, and his wife is an Eagles fan." She turns around, slaps her husband hard too, aggressive, on his shoulder. See, look, stop being he's a Tennessee Titans fan. We said, what? Mans was decked out in Eagles gear. In Eagles gear. I'm like, wait, sir, what's going on here? And I get it,
Happy wife,
Philly,
happy life.
Yeah, Philly has a reputation about itself, in the fans, in the 200 in the 200 level. You know what I mean, shout out to Philadelphia fans who know about them 200 level seats. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a tough cookie. You know what I mean? You gotta be a tough cookie to last, especially in some opposing team here.
Not just with the fans, but with your wife.
Mans didn't want that smoke. You know what I mean? But shout out to him. He was a good dude. You know what I mean?
Where did I leave off at? What was the last thing you guys said?
You talking about the Titans being losers, bro?
Yo, bro, that is not the last thing I said. I'm pretty sure it's not the
That's
last.
definitely what the conversation was.
That's not what
the conversation was.
I'm pretty sure it's not the exact words the conversation is telling.
That's the conversation.
Listen. So AJ Brown is gone. He gave us an ass whooping before he left. John Robinson is gone. Okay, so for me, all right, hold on. Where's my phone? Here we go. Let me give you a stat. Crazy
It's
stat.
not gonna bring him back.
Crazy stat. John Robinson drafted 29 players in his tenure with the Tennessee Titans. Only 3 of those players have gotten a second contract.
And that's why he got fired.
Jayon Brown, great linebacker. Harold Landry, great linebacker. And Amani Hooker, above average safety.
His last name.
You know what that means.
So asterisk, he's gone, but Jeffrey Simmons, 2019 draft pick, will most likely get a second contract. So he will have that player added to it. You know what I'm saying? Also, John Robinson made some huge mistakes, but he was 66 and 43 with 4 playoff appearances, 2 division titles, and we were 41 and 71 the 7 years before he got
I
here.
promise you, podcast, this is not the owner.
They got upset by.
This is not
They
the
got
owner.
upset by Joe Burrow in the playoffs. They don't tell you that part of it. The sad truth.
Yeah.
The man made some mistakes. The man made some mistakes.
Shout out to Lamar Jackson also beat them. They were a higher seed. You know what I'm saying? So they gave up, multiple losses in the playoffs as higher seed.
We lost when we should have lost a couple times.
You sound like the owner
Yeah.
making excuses for the loss.
Yep, that's what it
No, the owner got flipped off at the game. I was reportedly told that Amy Adams was flipped off. You Philadelphia fans is disrespectful.
She was disgusted at the decision she made to release A.J. Brown. That's
You Philadelphia fans are disrespectful. We all agree, except for John Robinson. Me, Mike Vrabel, Adam Trump, we all agree that we should have kept A.J. Brown. I've been saying it all season that I miss A.J. Brown. He let us feel it on Sunday.
No. Don't let that man fool you. He was 100% confident and comfortable with A.J. Brown not being on the weeks that A.J. Brown was not productive. Oh, yes, yeah, we don't miss A.J. Brown.
Listen,
We're good.
I definitely
especially when he really had a catch.
listen to me. Well, I've been saying this all year. We drafted Alejandro Juan Brown.
Man,
I forgot his
I
first
don't
name.
know.
I don't know his first name.
Who's that?
It's like Audio Juan Brown or some shit.
How many yards your receiver had? 119. How many A.J. Brown had?
119 and 2 touchdowns.
Had 122. It was something. It was like, oh yeah.
Let me put this on myself.
It was pretty close.
A.J. Brown put a nail in you guys' season right there.
He ain't put a nail in
Yeah,
it.
it's a nail in that season. It's downhill.
Sir, we are 7-5.
Are you a confident 7-5?
We are currently
Are you
number
a
one.
confident
We are
7-5?
currently number one
Yes.
in our division,
Yes,
sir.
because your division is horrible. When they used to say that, the NFC East is so trash. No, the AFC South is pretty damn trash.
I
Pretty
will
trash.
Disclaimer. I will
Pretty
have
trash.
you know, Tom Brady used to resolve in one of the worst divisions in football.
Yeah. We ain't talking about.
Consistently.
We're not talking about Tom Brady. We're not talking about none of that. We're talking about the Titans being the bigger fish in a small pond. That's what we're talking about. That's why you guys keep getting upset in the playoffs when real teams come to town and stuff.
So we agree we the bigger fish in the pond, no?
No, not the big fish, the bigger fish.
We are the big fish
You are
in the
the
pond.
bigger of the fish.
In the AFC South pond, we are the biggest fish.
No, you are the bigger of the muck.
So now it's muck?
You're in the muck right along with them, but you're just the bigger
Tisha?
of the fish. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Get that boy some milk.
Like I said,
I want water. I didn't say milk. I said water.
Get that boy some milk.
I don't need no vitamin D, no calcium,
keep hearing all this,
concentrate.
all this Derrick Henry. Oh, yeah, he run for 200 yards. Yeah, he got 6 games of 200
Hold
yards.
on.
All against the AFC
As the Titans
South.
fan, I
All
have
of
no
them.
problem keeping it a beam.
All of them.
Okay, Ryan Tannehill led our team in yards rushing.
How many
34
times
yards.
gassed Ryan Tannehill as a passer?
I never gassed Ryan Tannehill as anything.
America, he got the most air yards per
No.
the past couple seasons.
You know what?
Air yards.
Uh,
Take AJ Brown,
You know what?
away, and guess what you got?
You know what? I love this moment.
Ryan Tannehill had 34 yards.
This is like me.
Derrick
watching-
Henry had 30
No,
yards.
this is like me watching
Hey, man.
LeBron James and Jordan argument.
Malik
Bro,
Willis
keep
Malik
going.
Willis
Keep
averaged 8 yards
Check
a
it up.
carry.
Check it up.
Derrick
I know
Henry
what you're
averaged
trying to
6
do.
yards a carry.
I know what you're
Even though
trying to do.
he averaged 2.7 a carry.
Check it up.
My point is, our running back didn't have a good day. It was not.
Your whole team, your organization, your
My
front office.
only I should say, I guess, chagrin against this whole issue.
Chagrin. Okay.
Yeah, my only chagrin against is that. Yeah. I'm not upset that we fired John Robinson. I'm upset that Ty Downing, our offensive coordinator, still has a job. He's trash. It's literally run, pass, punt.
It's always been that. It's always been that. When you had Arthur, whatever his name is. The
boy that went to Atlanta.
The boy was there. So it's always been that.
Yeah.
He wanted milk.
Thank you. I wanted water. Thank you. You an asshole. It's all right. It's all right. I said I wasn't gonna court. Hold on. I just want y'all to know my pastor watches this service every now and then. I'm so sorry, Pastor. I'm trying not to curse on. I'm trying so hard not to curse on camera no more. Every now and then somebody bothers me.
This headphone falling off my head is the devil.
No man.
Go watch that Deion Cole on Netflix. The devil is a liar.
Devil is a liar.
Yeah, that was a good joke. I did not watch that Pete Davidson, whatever situation you tried to tell somebody was alright. I did not watch that.
Pete Davidson was pretty funny.
No.
I watched like 10 minutes of that.
Pete Davidson was pretty funny.
4th and down, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Who?
4th and long, I'm gonna pass on that.
What Kanye say?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. But that Deion Cole, I'm gonna co-sign that one. That was a good.
Yeah.
Continue.
He looked good on tape.
He looked good on tape.
Yeah.
You sound like a recruit for North Carolina.
No,
Hold on now. We ain't talking North Carolina now.
I'm just
Man said he looked good on tape. That's the reason why he was.
We're going on with that. Oh, you got to explain that correlation, beloved. You ain't talking about Tar Heels like that. You gonna let that slide? What's going on with that? You got Carolina blue on right now. What's up with you?
This is not Carolina.
It is Carolina blue. That's Carolina blue. You're right. Carolina blue are winners. Excuse me. That's not Carolina blue. That's tight blue.
Listen.
That's poo blue.
You a daredevil if I ever seen one, bro.
That is poo blue.
I'm not that big of a
You know what,
of a
EJ?
Carolina fan, but
EJ, please,
I like
please
to get
separate
credit.
these subjects real quick.
I like to get credit.
What's the topic? Because I got an attitude now with BZ because he throwing shade at my
So
folks.
let's move on.
digging
Let's move on to Check It Out podcast power rankings of the week.
Of the
The
week?
top 5. The top 5 Check It Out power rankings. Of
Where's
the week.
my phone?
I'm ready. I can go. I can start. You guys got.
Go ahead, go first.
You want to do power rankings? Let's see.
Yeah, I got.
Okay, go ahead. Take the reins.
All right, I got the Philadelphia Eagles at number 1. Easy.
That's cute.
Hurst is playing. Hurst is playing the MVP, right? And their run defense, which was a actual hole in their game, is even better now. It's getting better. It's going to continue to get better. At number 2, I have the Chiefs. And although they lost to the Bengals this week, unless they play against the Bengals, I'm taking the Chiefs. And that's the same way I feel about Kirk Cousins at 1 p.m. If the Chiefs play against Prop Joe and the Bengals, I'm not taking the Chiefs. But they're number 2 in my power rankings. I got Buffalo at number 3. If the season ended today, they'll be number 1 in the AFC. They keep winning. And number 4, I have the Dallas Cowboys. They're the sexy, glamorous team right now because since Dak Prescott came back off of the injury and lost that very first game when he was still trying to figure his hand out, they dominated pretty damn good teams outside the Colts. So I take the Cowboys at number 4. And number 5, I have 1 p.m. Kirk Cousins at 10-2. No matter how much you want to denounce Kirk Cousins, what I will tell you is last year they were 4-6 when it came down to winning games at the end of the game. And this year they are 9-0 when it comes down to winning time. And that's because of Kirk Cousins stepping up and finessing the league out of millions, but also being a damn good game manager. So that is my top 5 and prove me different.
Say the teams real quick. 1 through 5, just say the teams real quick.
Philadelphia Eagles, Chiefs,
Yeah.
Buffalo,
Yeah.
Cowboys,
Yeah.
and Vikings.
Okay. Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Vikings.
Buffalo before Vikings. Buffalo before Cowboys.
Eagles, Chiefs, Buffalo, Vikings, Cowboys.
Then Vikings.
So Eagles, Chiefs, Buffaloes, Cowboys, Vikings.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting spooky.
Bees.
All right, so we're going number 1. We're going Eagles. That's off top. Dominating fashion of wins now, and we're going to get into the division wins. So that's where we're going to ramp it up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go Eagles number 1. I'm gonna have to follow up and go Chiefs number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Mahomes is just unreal. Like it's not even. He can take weeks off of going to Travis Kelce and find ways to win. They got Isaiah Pacheco coming into form at the perfect time. I'm gonna have to follow up with the Bills. I like James Cook. James Cook getting more reps, giving you a receiving option out of the backfield, and you can actually lean on the run as opposed to having Josh Allen to keep him healthy going forward.
Yeah.
And a lot of people not gonna like this, but I'm keeping Tua at number 4. Tua and the Dogs 8-4. I'm keeping them there. Speed kills. Like I said, I'm going to keep them there. They're going to be in my top 5 for the rest of the year because speed kills and you can't hit what you can't catch. So this is where it gets dicey. I hate to do it. I'm going only because the Cowboys trounced Kirk Cousins. I'm going to put the Cowboys at number 5.
Okay.
I'm going to put the Cowboys at number 5. I don't fully believe in them, but on tape, the product that they're putting on tape is pretty decent. Okay. Not against us, but the defense is going off against these lesser talented teams as they should. Dak is healthy and will save a little room. They might sign Odell, possibly, maybe not. We'll see. They was at the Mavs game, front row with some of the D-line players, so we'll see. That's my 5 though. Eagles, Chiefs, Bills. I'm going Dolphins and then Cowboys.
All right. So for me, my Titans just got their ass whooped.
They're not in top 10.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly with EJ when he said he's not in top 10.
Jeezy, don't.
Anyway, top 5. Top 5. Number 1 after the album we just received. Eagles number 1. Eagles number 1. That's not hard to say.
That's not hard.
That's not hard to say.
Like put on clean.
Number 2, I'm gonna go with my guy, 1 o'clock Kirk. In those Minnesota. Number 2 overall. I'm going number 2 overall. 1 o'clock Kirk.
Man, jumping out the gym. Jumping out.
Yeah, I'm saying there are only currently 2 teams with double-digit wins in the NFL. Number 1 at 11 wins, the Eagles. Number 2 at 10 wins, the Vikings. Everybody else is single-digit wins. So I'm gonna put the Vikings up there at the second best team in the league. Number 3, the Chiefs and the Bills is tied. I personally prefer Patrick Mahomes over Josh Allen. So that's gonna be that order right there. Number 3 would be Kirk Cousins.
Number 2?
I said what I said.
You said Kirk Cousins.
I said what I said, production.
How do you say Kirk Cousins was number 1?
You ain't about to put Kirk Cousins on the list twice now.
Yeah, you can't.
Right, you called
Kirk
You said Kirk Cousins was number 2.
Kirk Cousins number 2 and number 3.
Oh, hell
You
no.
called Kirk Cousins number
Hell
1.
no.
And then you got Chiefs number 4.
No, you gotta figure the fatigue.
Look at this.
We put Eagles number 1,
Dude,
Kirk Cousins 2 and 3.
I'm not editing this out either. Like this.
I said what I said. We put Eagles number 1. We put Kirk Cousins 1 and 2. No, I'm sorry. Kirk Cousins 2 and 3. Kirk Cousins 2 and 3. And then we put Buffalo Bills number 4, and we put Chiefs number 5.
Kirk Cousins is number 2 at 1 p.m. and number 15 at 4 p.m.
I said Kirk Cousins number 2 at 1 p.m. and number 3
Titans gotta be number
at 4 p.m.
Titans gotta be 25. Man. They doing something like
Tennessee
that.
Titans number 6.
Child, please.
Shout out to the Minnesota Vikings being up on his list twice. That's big.
So yeah, I said what I said. I'm putting the Philadelphia Eagles number 1.
Right.
This is the Matrix. How did I land in the Matrix?
I'm putting Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm sorry, Minnesota
Timberwolves.
I'm putting Minnesota Vikings.
Now listen here, man. Now listen here. Listen here.
I'm putting Minnesota Vikings.
Listen, no. This is 100% behavior.
Come on now.
I'm putting the Minnesota Vikings number 2 and number 3.
No. Change it up.
You
bring the fans.
Hold up.
What you trying to check it out? Hold up, let me.
Where my phone at real quick?
That's my phone.
Oh, you got a new phone. Oh, stat.
Yeah, this boy judging me. This boy judging me. I don't appreciate the judgment.
He said, you know what? I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings and the Timberwolves.
Yo,
Give me.
My phone recording this right now.
Come on, man.
So I'm taking the Eagles number 1, the Minnesota Vikings number 2, and number 3.
No.
Buffalo Bills number 4, Chiefs number 5.
All right.
Number 6, we can put my Tennessee
What about the
Titans.
Twins?
Who?
Who got twins?
The Minnesota Twins.
I was born to be a ball player. Where my man 50 Tyson at?
You gotta take the Minnesota Lynx. You gotta take the Lynx. Shout out Maya Moore. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Maya Moore for freeing her future husband. That was different.
Bull was
Freed
locked
and
up.
married.
Bull was definitely locked
for
up.
Sure, for
That's
sure.
crazy.
Help free that man.
That's why she took
But
off.
she made it sound like she was doing it for a cause.
She was down bad.
It was her own cause.
Hey, listen.
Like she had a whole platform for that.
Like,
comes at you
hold on,
That's the thing.
man.
She had a whole platform for that.
All right, let me finish.
Oh my God.
What I said.
All right, so you got. All right, so you got. Okay.
Philadelphia Eagles number 1.
Minnesota.
They just whipped my Titans ass.
Yeah, Minnesota. Then you got the Vikings.
I got Minnesota number 2,
You got the Vikings, the Timberwolves.
and I got number 3. I got Minnesota number 3.
Okay.
Number 4, I'm gonna go ahead and put Kansas City over Buffalo because I just prefer Patrick Mahomes over Josh Allen. And number 5, I'm gonna go ahead and put Josh Allen. Number 6 because I got Minnesota in there twice. I'm gonna just put in number 6. Number 6 is gonna be
Bengals. How we just gloss over the fact that the Bengals just look dominant since they got Jamar Chase?
Bengals are 8-4. There are
And since they
his
had
first.
Jamar Chase,
Yeah,
I'm just having him in the line.
there are 4 other teams at 8-4 with the Bengals. So I'm not impressed by the Bengals.
The eyeball test.
They on their way.
Fuck that eyeball
They
test.
on their way.
That's like y'all sitting here fighting for Tom Brady, but you're not fighting for Jamar.
Okay,
Chase.
eyeball test. You said Bengals. Do
Bengals
you
went to
do?
the Super Bowl last year.
I like Miami over the Bengals right now.
But
Same record.
but
Same
Prop
exact
Joe-
record.
But Prop Joe went to the Super Bowl last year.
Prop Joe
That was
played.
last year.
Prop
That was
Joe
last year.
played every game.
They started slow this year.
Tua died literally twice.
died
2
and came
games.
back.
2 games and it has the same record.
Facts. Tua gonna die again before the season's over.
Jamar Chase has not been 100 over the last 3 to 4 weeks. Tua is 100. Waddle is at least close enough.
Is Tua 100? He
Tua-
was pretty bad last week against the 49ers.
Tua, I feel like is currently 100.
I mean, so we giving him a pass. Do you give him a pass because it's the
I
49ers?
give him a pass this week.
So you gonna get if Tom Brady looks bad against the 49ers this week, you can give Tom Brady a pass?
Tom Brady looked bad this entire season.
Are you going to give Tom Brady a pass
I
against the
can't.
49ers? Now you can't.
Hold on.
No, you can't.
No,
Give him
because
Tua a break.
Tua looked good. Because you know why? Because Tua looked good this entire season.
You're
That
gonna
has nothing to do against that one singular
I'm
game.
present. I'm present.
That has nothing to do with that one
present.
singular game.
No, you're asking about one game,
Right.
and I said that I'm not basing Tom Brady's game off of one game. I'm
Sir.
basing it off of the entire season. He
Sir.
haven't looked that good.
But
he
that
haven't
has
looked
nothing-
like.
so
you know what?
are you going to praise him if he goes out there and he snaps on the 49ers?
100%.
Why?
Because he's playing.
I just want you to know.
No,
it would be an outlier.
no. You know
EJ.
why? You know why? Because I haven't seen Tom Brady play good against a dominant team yet.
EJ.
But it would be an outlier performance.
Oh no! It would
Hey,
be,
EJ.
It would be him proving himself that he can go out and dominate against a pretty damn good team who is expected to win.
So
Hey,
Not just a
hey,
team, but a
EJ.
defense.
Why wouldn't Tua get the same expectation?
Because Tua, what you mean? Because Tua actually looked dominant against other teams that actually are dominant teams.
Hey, Tua. Hey, EJ.
Pull it up on record.
EJ.
Hold on, no. I want him to pull up and see who Tua's beat that has winning records this year.
Hold on.
And
Before
then
you
pull
do
up- and
that,
pull up Tom Brady.
You pull up that.
against winning teams.
you pull that all up. What I want to pull up right now for you, EJ,
Yeah.
is currently the top 10 in passer ratings and top 10 in passing period. So
Where this is going? This is
In
going
yards.
like Tom Brady. Roll.
in yards, Tom Brady is currently number 5.
Doesn't matter. Winning is winning, right?
In,
That is what you do with the yards.
incompletion
I don't
percentage.
care about losing time. I don't care about losing
Incompletion
time.
percentage.
I don't care about losing time.
Tua is number 4 and Brady is number 13.
Yeah, Tua got a better record, so it doesn't matter. What's the comparison?
Touchdowns. Tua is number
It
6.
shows that the team.
Brady is number
it shows-
14.
It shows that it's a team game. That's all it proves to me, and I stand by that. So go ahead. Who Miami-
Completion percentage.
No, I want him to tell me.
Oh,
who
I'm
Miami-
running through numbers one by one.
No,
You got it right here.
This is a check it out moment for him.
Tua is number 4. Brady is number 13.
Listen,
That's yards.
y'all walk around calling Brady the GOAT all day, every day.
That's a fact.
Yo, Tua is number
fact,
2
but
in
this year-
average yards
and
per
then
pass.
This year he's not playing like a GOAT, so I'm just walking around calling it like a game by game basis.
Tua is-
he didn't look good this entire season.
I'm sorry,
And I
Tua
don't
is number
care what-
1.
I don't care what he does on the last drive. Yeah, he looked like Tom Brady on the last drive. I will give him that.
On the stat sheet,
But for the season,
there's only 3 columns. It's wins, it's losses, and it's ties.
listen.
Hold on. Let me check the wins. Let me check the wins log. Let me check the wins.
Stop.
Joe.
Don't matter, this isn't college.
Are you pulling up the Tua
Oh,
stats
it's
or
right here.
not?
Oh, we got him right here. Oh, it's
Yeah.
right here. So I'm gonna have to exclude this one. So that's one because he didn't play.
Yeah, and he got hurt.
Exclude the
Exclude the game that he got
I'm
hurt.
gonna exclude that one. Let me check this one just to make sure.
And then no.
Miami
you know
got
what?
2 more
You know what?
wins
You know what
than
you- since-
Tampa
since
Bay.
Since you want to say exclude the style points, just give me the record with Tua playing in a game. He lost one game.
Yeah, right.
One game.
That's why I said earlier. That's why I said earlier on this podcast he's an MVP candidate, and I was over Jalen Hurts.
but you just sat here and try to make it seem like
as
Tom
an
Brady.
MVP candidate, yes.
You try to compare Tom Brady's season to Tua's
No,
season.
that's incorrect. I
You
said,
shouldn't do that.
No, I never compared him. I said
You compared
are
him to the
giving
49ers.
Tua a pass for his performance against the 49ers. And I
100%.
said, will you give Tom Brady a pass as well? That's all I asked.
No,
That's
no,
all
you
I
know
asked.
what I would. No,
You gave me
you
your
know,
answer. I accepted it.
I said that I would give Tom Brady praise if he go out
If he goes in
and
there and
dominate
snaps
the
on him,
49ers.
but if he goes in there and just squeaks out a win,
No,
just
if
don't
no,
matter.
if he squeaks out a win, I'm gonna give him praise then as well because I think that against the 49ers.
I
Well,
think-
you
I
know
think
what?
you're gonna try to gloss
You know
over
what?
this
You know
and you're
what?
trying to
You know
gloss
what?
over this
You
last
know what?
one.
You know what? You know what?
Mhm.
Because Garoppolo is not there this week. If Tom Brady squeak out a win, I'm not giving it to him. I'm sorry.
I knew you wouldn't.
Not
That's
for,
why I brought it up.
Not for how much.
That's why I
not
brought
for
it up.
not for how much y'all
Brock
talk
Purdy.
shit about Tom Brady being the GOAT.
We're talking about that defense.
I would like for
We're
Tom
talking
Brady.
about that 49ers defense.
I would like to.
Tom Brady doesn't play against the 49ers offense. He plays
You're
against
right.
that dominant 49ers.
You know what? You know what? If Tom Brady put up more than 21 points, that's him standing out this season. Tom Brady got put up more than 21 points. That's him going ham.
Okay.
If Tom Brady put
That's
more than
fair.
21
That's fair.
points,
That's fair.
he's going ham.
That's fair.
Because that's what he's been averaging under that this year. 21 and under.
That's
All right,
fair.
to put it out there.
Just to get in the club. Just to get in the club.
To put it out there, let's just go through these numbers real quick. Completion percentage. Number 4 overall in the
You
league.
keep on trying to bring up those stats, man. Those individual stats.
I got
Because they matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Number 4 is
doesn't.
Tua. Number 5 is Hurts.
Because there were times where
Number 13 is the GOAT.
There were yeah, we gotta do that. But when New England was winning the Super Bowl, Drew Brees was leading the league in passing yards. So it doesn't matter. Tom and the guy from the Colts was leading the league in passing yards. So we're not gonna sit here and talk about stats.
So just
It's just
so
about wins and
quick.
losses.
So
Wins and losses.
right quick with Tua. They don't have like these dominant wins against the Ravens. They beat the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills game, they lost
What was the score?
21-19. Oh, excuse me. They won Tua. Let me get it correct.
I'm about to say because Tua haven't lost the game.
Tua won that one.
Okay.
2-1.
It was against the
Bengals.
Bills. They know they
They
beat
beat
the
the
Bills.
Bills. They beat the Bills
They beat
21-19.
who else? They beat
21-19.
they beat the Ravens. Don't gloss over it.
I said they beat the Ravens.
That's two.
first.
That's two top
They
tier
beat the
teams.
Ravens.
Who else?
Bills, right? And then as we go down, they lost to the Bengals, but Tua didn't play. They lost to the Jets. Vikings beat them. Dolphins beat Steelers. That's not a good team. Dolphins beat Lions. That's not a good team. Dolphins beat the Bears. That's not a good team. Dolphins beat the Browns. That's not a good team. Dolphins beat the Texans. That's not a good team. And the 49ers just beat the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So they got 2 early wins. Yes, they have 2 early wins against, but their totality they haven't even played good teams for.
What's
so
their
we-
record
we-
though?
we-
They haven't played. You said they haven't played good teams
Two.
for real, for real. You said for real, for real.
Two
What's
teams.
for real, for real?
How many games in the season?
So you mean
how
so,
many games in the
so
season?
you think that every single game
have
got to be against
they-
a
they-
dominant
no,
team?
No, of course not. But let's call it what it is. They have a 3rd or 4th place schedule.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's not my
Let's
opinion.
move on.
That's a
Let's
fact.
move on. Let's move on
That's a
because
That's a fact.
you have an argument for anything at this point.
No, that's a
Like
fact.
you arguing for
only-
Tom Brady right now.
you only
Your argument's
talking
for Tom Brady.
Well, I said weeks ago
You're
that they were
arguing for
going to
Tom
run
Brady
and they
pass.
had. No,
You're
for his
arguing for
current.
Tom
for his
Brady's
current.
pass.
Current.
Right.
I said that they were going to run.
He's squeaking
and
out
they
wins
are.
against the Saints, bro.
Wins. There are wins.
He's squeaking out wins
losses.
against the
That's
Saints.
a division win.
Who's
by
the
way.
Saints quarterback?
That's a division win.
Who's
by
the
way.
Saints quarterback right now?
That's a division win. by
Who's
the
the
way.
Saints quarterback
Andy
right now?
Dalton. That's
Exactly.
a division win.
Exactly.
There's wins, there's
Exactly.
losses, and there's ties.
Move on. Let's move on.
And Taysom Hill, because he threw a couple passes.
Yeah, Ed Taysom Hill.
That's a division win.
Tim Tebow.
if we beat the Commanders, right? That's a decent win for us, right?
Eagles 10-1, man. It's not the same.
It's anybody. It's
11-1, exactly.
It's
11-1. It's not the same.
It's anybody.
I wouldn't brag about beating the Commanders. I wouldn't brag about beating the
brag.
Giants.
But he did have.
You know what?
he
You know
added to his
what
resume
I wouldn't
game
do as well?
games.
I wouldn't brag about squeaking past the Giants. Or squeaking, although we lost to the Commanders, I wouldn't brag about squeaking past the Commanders. You know what I would
We
do?
squeaked past. We
You know
squeaked
what- you
past
know what I would do?
the Colts.
You know what I would
We
do?
squeaked past the
And
Colts.
you know what I thought about that game?
We squeaked
You
past
know,
the
you know what I
Colts.
thought about that game? I thought it was a bad win. Because you know what?
But it's a win, though.
You know, but you know what? Because you know, but yeah,
It goes in the win column.
yeah. Because you know what? Yeah, you know what I look at?
It goes in the win column.
I don't look at You look at wins and losses. You know what I look at? I look at behaviors during the wins. I look at if the team could be better during that win because they're gonna go against a better team,
Right.
and potentially you lose against that team for they poor behaviors against this poor team.
Right.
That's what I look at.
But people change week to week.
Okay. But you look, yeah. And I agree. And I agree. So yeah.
So the tape don't matter.
So the tape do matter. No. But no. You're no.
I apologize. I
You
baited that conversation.
don't gotta apologize for anything.
I baited that.
What? No, it's not a bait because I'm gonna win this conversation because the whole
sir.
point. No,
It's
because
already done.
because the whole point of the matter is that I believe that people can change. So when I look at the Eagles,
absolutely people
so
can
when I look at the Eagles looking at tape and saying that they could get better in this game, I believe that their coaching staff is gonna go in and have them watch this film and get better. For the top teams of the week, we're gonna move on for the picks.
Week 14.
Hey.
We doing picks?
Yes.
Yeah, we're moving on.
I love this part. Hold on, let me get it.
Week 14.
I gotta record this.
Well, you don't trust me?
Ah.
No. All right, week 14. First up, Thursday night. Raiders at the Rams.
Super Bowl.
I'm gonna take the Raiders.
I'm gonna take the Rams.
I'm gonna keep it a beat. I'm taking the Raiders. I don't like the Raiders in this game. I just think the Rams are so.
They're a dumpster fire.
It's just so bad now. And fresh off a Super Bowl is like, all right, well, fuck it, we won a bowl. Like, it's not like we could really lose.
They tried to trade Cam Akers. Now they back using him.
It's a bad draw.
So
It's.
y'all think that they trying to like through the season?
They not trying nothing.
It's a Super Bowl hangover.
Yeah, they won the bowl.
Majority of by stats, if you look at the majority of teams that won the Super Bowl the year before, they rarely follow up. Rarely, they have like a average or subpar season.
So teams generally don't go back.
That's like.
Hold on. Teams generally don't go back to back unless you got like
it's
Tom
an
Brady.
Extreme KO.
You feel me?
Oh.
I mean, we basing it on what we seen over the last.
Who did the Rams lose up in this Sam?
I'm 35. Over the last 30 years, who have I seen go back to back?
They lost Sam
Tom
Darnold.
Brady.
Huh?
They lost. Who have the Rams lost up in this Sam Darnold?
The Rams?
Yeah.
Stafford? You mean like losing Stafford?
Like no, because of how bad they are.
Your sample size too
They're
small.
3-9.
Like I said, I'm 35.
I don't know. You pull it up. Y'all pull this up.
Like I said, I'm 35. Over the last 30, over the last 30 years,
players,
only one
the
quarterback.
Players, right? Because the only team I saw that had like this bad of a fall off, Golden State Warriors. They had Klay Thompson lose, that get injured. Draymond Green got injured. But this right here, who had they lost personnel wise?
Who?
Cooper
The
Kupp.
Rams.
Cooper Kupp.
That was like they were already losing though.
I mean, what I'm saying, but that's their best player.
Cooper
Usually their
Kupp,
best player.
Odell Beckham.
Lost Odell.
No slowdown, right?
That's your one and
They
two.
lost Sam Darnold, right? They lost Sam Darnold, right?
Defense.
No, Sam Darnold. Sam.
Sam Darnold is not a loss.
No.
He's not lost.
No.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. Sorry, Aaron Donald. It's like
Aaron Donald is not a loss. He's there. He ain't
Von
lose nothing.
Miller.
Lost Von
No,
Miller.
that's what I meant.
They
Von
lost
Sorry,
Von Miller.
Von Miller.
They lost Von Miller.
Von Miller.
Von Miller was a 1 year
That's right,
sign
yeah.
on though. So it's not like he grew up with them. It's a 1 year sign on.
I thought they lost another linebacker
But they're
too.
3-9, and the coach didn't have a losing season. He actually didn't have a losing record at any point in the season before this season.
Oh, well.
Life comes at you fast. Life comes at you fast.
All right.
I'm not surprised
Who you
by
picking?
where the Rams at. I'm not picking the Rams for shit else the rest of the year. Whoever the Rams playing, give me the other team.
Rams, Raiders.
Raiders.
Next up, Jets at the Bills, Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Jets at Bills, that's easy. Give me
Jets
the
at
Bills. At Bills.
Yes.
Give me the Bills.
I got Jets.
I'm gonna take the Bills. Bills need that, John. They can't afford to lose no traction.
Yeah. Jets ain't got no footage.
I
Give
got
me
the Jets.
give me the Bills.
Bills fumble the ball.
That's a good joint to get yourself in front.
Yeah, I ain't mad
I think I might be already in front.
Give me the Bills. You're not in front.
at
I know I had
Next game.
I know I had one great week. One of these last 2 weeks. One of these weeks I snapped.
Next game. Browns at the Bengals.
Rams at the Bengals.
Browns. Deshaun Watson.
Browns at the
At
Bengals.
the Bengals. I got the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back with
Watson was just throwing
He's
to
back.
the
I
Texans.
just said
I forgot he
he's
wasn't
back.
playing for the Texans.
You know what? For the tiebreaker, give me the Browns.
Was it the Browns?
Why? Why are you
Browns
asking,
at
bro?
the
You already picked
At
the Bengals.
Bengals. Browns at Bengals, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got Bengals.
You already picked the Bengals. I picked the Browns. Y'all niggas picked the Browns.
I'm not jumping.
Y'all going Bengals, I'm going Browns. We out here. Give me the massager.
All right. Next up. Houston at Dallas.
Dallas.
Houston at Dallas. So it's a Texas Bowl. You know what? Because it makes no sense for the Dallas Cowboys to lose this game. Go ahead and give me the Texans. It make no sense for the Texans to win this game. Make no sense for Dallas to lose this game. Perfect game.
Win some money.
I'm taking Dallas.
Perfect game for Dallas to lose. Give me the Texans.
All right. Next up. Vikings at the Lions. And it's a 1:00 game.
Who?
You said what?
Vikings at Detroit Lions. 1 p.m.
Lions? And the Minnesota Vikings?
Vikings at Detroit.
You know what?
1:00.
I watched the Lions this week,
Lions scrappy.
and Lions, man, they gonna put up a fight. And I don't care if it's 1 o'clock or 4
They
o'clock.
gonna win.
I think Kirk Cousins gotta bring him prime time game, and he's not. I got Detroit Lions.
Lions got a bunch of running backs hurt.
Man,
1 o'clock Kirk been dominating
I got
at
Lions.
1 o'clock all season. He been having a hard time in every other time slot. He might win, he might not win on every other time slot. But at 1 o'clock, my man Kurt is proven. Give me 1 o'clock Kurt.
Yeah, I'm going Vikings. I want to see the Lions win though.
Give me 1 o'clock Kurt.
I like the Lions roster, but I'm taking the Vikings.
Man, you taking the Vikings, but you like the Lions roster.
Yeah. Going forward? Yeah, hell yeah. All you need is a quarterback.
1 o'clock Kurt.
Or
Next.
the quarterback.
1 o'clock
Is
Kurt.
it Baker Mayfield,
Hell no, not Baker Mayfield.
Kirk Cousins.
1 o'clock Kurt.
Need somebody mobile.
Next up. Eagles at the Giants in the Meadowlands.
Eagles.
1:00.
Eagles.
Put the Eagles in here. Eagles.
Shard. Who you got, Shard? You got the Giants.
Who playing?
Eagles and the Giants
Where?
Somebody look at this.
in the Meadowlands.
In is Deshaun Jackson on the Eagles?
Is Deshaun Jackson? on the
Deshaun
Eagles?
Jackson. He's not been on the Eagles for several years.
No miracle in the Meadowlands? Give me the Giants.
Of course.
Give me Danny Dimes in them. Saquon in them.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the boys. Big guys. Giants in them. I like the Giants over the Eagles. Is it in New York?
Giants over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Giants over the Eagles.
Next game. Ravens at the Steelers in Pittsburgh. 1
Ravens
o'clock.
at Steelers in Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson off of injury.
He's
PCL
not
is
playing.
messed up.
Is he not playing?
Give
They say it's week to week.
shout out to my nigga Bees. Hold on. I'm a go Pickett to Pickens
There you go.
this week.
I'm gonna take Steelers defense.
You know what?
I'm gonna go
I got
Pickett
the
to
Ravens.
Pickens. You picking the Ravens?
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Ravens.
But
Yeah.
I got this being like a real low scoring game.
Because I feel like they trying to sabotage my man Lamar Jackson. That's the only reason I ain't picking Lamar Jackson.
Taking the Steelers.
Give me Pickett to Pickens. I don't even like Pickett over them. But I like the fact that they trying to sabotage Lamar.
The Steelers got too. I think
TJ Watt.
there's too much tape out there for Pickens. Pickens is not good.
Pickett to Pickens.
It's not good.
We called.
Jags at the Titans in Tennessee.
I'm first, guys, because I'm the Tennessee Titans fan.
I hope so. I hope you go first.
Jag-
with your chest.
Jags versus Tennessee Titans. Production. Who's home in that game?
Titans.
We gonna go home, new GM or no GM?
No GM. Don't say new GM.
Yeah, no GM. Give me Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry just gonna run the ball.
For once, we agree.
Derrick Henry can run the ball.
You take the Titans.
Jags trash. We still fuck with Sunshine though.
Yeah, Sunshine, my man.
Sunshine playing?
Probably.
Hey, he ain't hurt.
Going with the Jags.
That's cool.
Get you your tiebreaker, bro. Why not?
Jedi mind tricks. You know what I'm saying? I want to take the Titans. I hope they lose.
You are not gonna win.
You know what I'm saying? Jedi mind tricks.
This is a game that you gotta lose. Why
Now
do you
on-
think you gonna win?
4:00 games on Sunday.
No Vikings.
Chiefs at the Broncos
Chiefs at the Broncos.
at Mile High.
Broncos country.
Let's ride.
Elbow.
They getting ready to sit.
Broncos country. Let's lose, nigga. We taking the Chiefs. What you talking about? We
We're
are.
sitting Russell Wilson for the rest of the season.
No, we're not sitting them, but I'm definitely taking whoever else.
I've done more than enough taking of Russell Wilson
I'm
and
about
the
to say.
Broncos. That's over with. Taking the Chiefs. We're done.
I'm
Let's
not taking
go
Mahomes.
Mahomes. Let's go Mahomes.
It's like Donnie.
Huh? I'm not taking the Broncos ever again.
Ever again?
Ever? Not this year.
Let's Broncos country. We ain't riding.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Denver.
Panthers at the Seahawks. Next up,
No Baker.
Panthers at the
Panthers
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Geno Smith.
I'm right with Geno.
Word to Kwame Brown. Give me Geno Smith and the boys.
Yeah, I'm taking Seahawks. Give me Seahawks. Yeah, 12's up there.
Tough man.
Panthers ain't nothing. They ain't nothing.
All my aces ain't shit.
Bucks. Next up, Bucks at the 49ers.
I got the 49ers. Fuck Tom Brady.
Throw me the GOAT, bro.
Yeah, I'm taking the GOAT. You know
Put me
I'm
down for the GOAT. You know what I'm
at.
saying?
You know I'm at with it. I
Put
don't
me-
even care.
Put me down for the GOAT.
This game
I
went all the way
can't wait for Tom Brady to retire.
Damn. Very much hater vibes. What's that about?
Okay, Black Kellerman. You know what I'm saying?
He looks average this year.
He does.
Who looks average?
Tom Brady looks average
For the most
this
part,
year.
you're right. Yes, for the most part, you're
He
right.
looks average.
But every now and again, it'll show
Hey,
you why he's still playing.
Excuse me.
I'll take the Bucks.
I don't
Did-
see clips.
Did you watch the GOAT doing GOAT things
When?
last night?
That one drive?
Prime
That's
time.
prompt, man. Look, that's the
No,
one.
I was asking.
I watched the GOAT.
Just for
I
clarification.
watched all the things that could go wrong. I watched media say, "All right, GOAT,
You're right.
act like you the GOAT and win this game. It's 3 minutes left. You got the ball.
Be a closer.
Close it out." And GOAT was like,
Bet.
"Bet it. I guess I do what I've been doing for 20 years,
With the
and I'm gonna win a game
Nothing.
on the last drive of the game." When I shouldn't win the game because we was down 2 possessions with
No,
3
listen.
minutes to go.
No, I actually appreciate those moments when he looked good.
When the GOAT,
Absolutely.
when the GOAT say, "All right, watch me
But
go
I don't-
real
I
quick."
don't gloss over the season.
No, I ain't glossing over it. I'm just
They
acknowledging the point that the man was down a score at 45 years old, and
13,
you have
they're
to
down 13.
and you have to throw it, and everybody
You know
acting
what?
like
You know
Mike
what?
Evans
You know
not
what?
good no
You
more,
know
and
what?
all of a sudden you
Even-
throw it to
even-
Mike Evans anyway.
You know what I wouldn't do even as a LeBron James fan? Even as LeBron James having a bad season and the Lakers are like undefeated, I'm not gonna be sitting here talking about LeBron James like he's the reason why they're winning. I wouldn't do that.
The GOAT is the reason why they win a game, hands
No, I'm
down.
talking about games.
Mike, he got multiple games where
Their
he
record,
dropped.
but their record is not good. I don't care what division they're in.
Hold on.
It's easy.
Hold on. The record is literally not bad.
Right, it's not bad.
Literally not
You
bad.
want to make it bad.
If
You
it's
trying to make
average-
it bad.
No.
Average.
I don't ascribe to average.
Average, hey,
Sir.
Whatever you subscribe to, average is a thing. Whether you do or you don't.
It ain't got nothing to do with being average.
Because-
It got everything to do with the GOAT doing literally what.
So I should
You have to acknowledge
about-
that it does
no,
exist. That's all I'm saying.
and I acknowledge it by saying that he hasn't looked that good this year.
Hold on,
Me
hold
acknowledging
on,
it.
hold on. What hasn't looked that good this year? What has
I
at
haven't
40?
heard-
Hold
I haven't
on.
heard fans
EJ.
talk about Tom Brady in the way when his team is 500.
Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up because now
Brady while his team
I'm
is
not
500,
fighting for
that's all.
Tom Brady because Tom Brady
Why?
has 7 rings. He no longer
Why?
needs anybody to fight for him. He has
You're
more
fighting
rings
for
than
him right
necessary.
now. You're arguing for him right now, though.
You're fighting against Tom Brady.
I'm actually speaking realistically.
You do know Brady.
against the
You
moment.
do know Brady is top 5 in passing yards. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
This year?
Yeah. Oh no, not this year. This year.
No, this
year.
This
Pack-
year, right, yeah.
as of this moment, Tom Brady is number 5. Literally, he's not number 6. He's number 5.
You know why?
Tom Brady,
there
no,
you go.
because he's the GOAT.
I know.
Because he's the
You
GOAT.
know why?
Because he's the GOAT.
Y'all-
That's
y'all
it.
Y'all like reality checks.
Yeah, bro, he's number
He's
5.
not having that. He's not. You told me us. He's not having a good year. What are you talking
No,
about?
what I'm saying is that
Is Justin Herbert having a good year?
see,
I'm asking
see,
a question.
here you guys speak from when you guys talk about Tom Brady got 7 rings. I'm like
Herbert is number
for
4.
him. That's
Herbert
emotion.
is number 4.
I know.
You know what the fact is?
What's the
Is that a team is always going to lean on their best players, so you're going to have more passing opportunities to have more yards. So yes, he got more yards this year because the team expects for him to play better.
Is Geno Smith having a
But
good year?
you know what? But you know what? He's not playing better.
Is Geno Smith
He's
having a
not
good
playing
year?
better. He's not.
Is
Who's
Geno-
not playing
Brady is
better?
not playing
Is-
better.
Is Geno Smith having a good
The
year?
eyeball test. Go back and look at Tom Brady highlights from this year. Is he making crazy throws, or is he checking it down and getting a lot of throws, a lot of yards from
Is
his
Geno
checkdowns?
Smith having a good year?
I'm just saying. Look at Tom Brady highlights from this year.
And you like the Seahawks, right?
Go look at Tom Brady. No, I like Geno.
You like Geno?
I like Geno.
Geno ain't doing more than Brady doing.
Tom Brady's still top 5 at 45.
You know what? He's doing more than he's expected to do.
You're not doing more than Brady doing.
You know what
Pro-
Tom Brady's
Yo,
doing?
hold on.
He's not doing more than he's expected to do.
Producer said we getting back from the wins and losses. Producer,
Next
where
up.
we at? Where we at? Where we at, production?
Listen, Tom Brady's not doing good things this year.
Next
Yes,
up.
he is. Production, where we at?
Next
Where we
up.
at, production?
I'm sorry.
Dolphins at the Chargers. Next up. Dolphins at the Chargers.
I don't care what the record
Sunday
say.
night
I
game.
got the Dolphins.
Sunday night,
8
o'clock?
I got the Dolphins.
Yeah, give me Dolphins. Two.
Dolphins
Tua,
at the
Tua.
Chargers. It is currently a lot of top 5 quarterbacks going on in Herbert and Tua.
Two gloves.
Tua, we not sure what we thought was gonna happen. Herbert, we expected to be in the top 5, but like number 1 or 2, he's actually like hovering, like he not hanging on to it tightly. He barely in the top 5. So me personally, I'm picking Herbert because I'm just a Herbert fan. So I'm picking Herbert because of bias.
No, Herbert looks good in certain spots as well.
He looked good in those spots.
That's pause.
We talking football? Is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
He looked good in all spots.
On the football field.
What?
I'm not about to justify what I'm saying.
What?
We talking foot. Is this the barbershop?
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna circle back to this Tom Brady thing. Oh yeah, we circle back.
The GOAT.
Next up.
Not yet.
Next
I'm not talking
up.
about Tom Brady.
Hold on. No, you can't next
I'm
up.
doing Tom
Only
Brady.
I pick the Chargers to win this week. Nobody else really
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Oh no, I picked
Dolphins.
I picked against the Chargers.
All right, we got the Dolphins. You got the
Two Dolphins and a Charger in the
I
middle.
think B's picked the Chargers as well.
I'm picking the
Sandwich.
Chargers.
No, it's not
All
sorry.
right.
B picked Miami, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you picked Miami.
Dolphins.
Yep.
Carry on.
All
Carry
right.
on.
Next up. Patriots at the Cards
Cards.
Patriots.
in Arizona.
Patriots.
Cards.
Patriots.
Put the line down for the Cards.
Kyle Murray done. He don't want to play for that coaching.
You sound crazy. You sound wild.
No, not that he's done. He's done with that team.
Nope. You
I'll
sound
take
crazy.
Patriots.
He's gonna lose on purpose just to get the coach fired.
Give me the Cards. Kingsbury gonna get fired without his
I
help.
think he might lose if he tries.
Yeah. Kingsbury gonna get fired without his help. He don't need the help.
I got the opposite team of the Arizona Cardinals.
Cards.
Pats.
I got the Pats. Yeah, I got the Pats.
Kingsbury getting fired and the Pats win. Continue.
Yo, he
That's
definitely
it.
honestly